Hell yeah.
Looks like it's better because last time when I started the stream, there was dropping frames even on just the stream starting soon thing, and that's why I was just like, should probably see if everything's working. Okay, I'm gonna start the game and then let's see if it'll be okay. I start the game and everything just goes to absolute shit. And the frames not skinny. And the frames are gone. They're all gone. Olivia took them all. Every single last one.
Lovely.
Okay. So, let's just make sure it's, yeah, there we go. It's on the stream. Everything's good. Everything's good, guys. I just had to restart my computer because my computer, I love it, but I need to upgrade it. Anyway, oh, I gotta stream it to you, huh?
Yeah.
I just fucking start it, and then you're like, "What is going on?" Let me make sure that doesn't cause any issues either. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I think my computer had some issue that needed to be restarted for whatever reason.
Nice.
So we should be good now. We should be good. Good to go. Good to go, peoples. Alright, so if you remember last time, we did absolutely nothing. I think Inko just got fucked in the head by a dodgeball.
He did. What? And who now?
Inko?
You got fucked?
By dodgeball, yes, in the head. By Mr.
No.
Solly, by Coach Solly. And this is, I think if I remember correctly, this is the next day. This is the next school day. Morning cams. Flashbang.
Woo.
Look at his room. This is.
Oh, it's so much nicer.
Look at this overly, like, this fucking lamp. Why does it need all that?
I'm sorry, I hate the way he has his posters.
It's aesthetically pleasing, honey.
I hate this guy.
Is that Iron Dinosaur over there?
Yeah.
Is that Avatar but with dinosaurs? I've always had a decent internal clock, but it's a new record for me to get accustomed to a new sleeping schedule in just one day. It might have been the concussion. Especially with this fully grown lump on my scalp. I'm moving on from
Definitely the concussion.
My head. Yeah, that's bruised real good. Could be worse though. Alright, time to get up. I slump out of bed, yawn, stretching my arms and cracking my spine a bit. My new room is pretty nice. Quite spacious, even with all the still sealed boxes. I push my hand over one of them, and the one with my other clothes. I'll get around to opening them at some point.
Oh, yeah.
He's admitted that he has other clothes, not just this.
Amazing.
Right now, though, it's time for breakfast. My voice is a little hoarse because of the colorful lamb reading last night, so he has a deeper voice today.
He went through puberty.
After the hit to the back of his head, he went through puberty.
Yeah.
I shuffled downstairs into the heat of the heart of the house. God, I'm having a stroke. The morning sunbeams shining through the window draw my eyes to look out to the new neighborhood. The driveway is empty. Looks like my parents are already gone for the day. No surprise there. Really, it's all they ever focus on. A shiver runs up my spine as my feet step on the icy tiles of the kitchen. My eyes are drawn to some taped up boxes that are still scattered about in the counters. There's a familiar sticky note on the fridge, and I don't even have to read it to know what it says. Okay, Double D.
I was gonna say.
At this point, Mom's just wasting paper. The least she could do is reuse the same note and make small addendums to it. I snag a plate from the nearest drawer and open up the freezer. No fresh produce to be seen, but there's still the mostly full box of breakfast burritos. Yeah, I've been trying to appreciate ethnic cultures more. I don't like the way he said that.
He's so annoying.
Plate loaded with a couple of the minuscule flour-wrapped meals. I set the microwave and wait for the burritos to hopefully not explode or burn inside. While I wait, though, I check my phone. I scan over my newsfeed and check out some of the people I'm subscribed to, hoping there's something to watch during my meal. Fortunately, nobody posts videos or streams this early in the morning. Except for us, for some weird reason. Guess I'll just watch a suggested video.
Feel called out.
I prop my phone up and click on something random. At the ding of the microwave, I retrieve my breakfast, carrying it carefully so I don't burn my hands on the bottom of the plate. I give
Pussy.
the first burrito a test bite, and this inside is so cool. I want to stick it back in, though. The tortilla would just become a brick then. I shrug it off, continue chewing, and watch my phone. Jacksepticeye, say this, hurry. By the time the video ends, I've finished the last of the half-thawed burritos. Pocketing my phone, I slip the plate into the sink and head out for the day. This time I'm at
I like the music in this one.
Cafe. Yeah. Today, survival. Tomorrow, thrival.
That was stupid.
I'll work on that. He heard you.
I'm sorry.
On the metro again, I take a little more time to check out my surroundings. The sun shines through the windows across from the normalcy. There's this one chick that was there yesterday, probably on her way to work. It's probably a set routine for her at this point. She always does a bit of makeup first and then checks her phone for the rest of the way. Probably talking about this girl.
Probably.
When the sun shines through the window, it highlights her hair in a really neat way. Like a movie poster almost.
Hello.
I take a picture, but it might be a little too awkward for me. Also, everything's disappeared. Why is it so dark? How's St. Hammond treating you so far, Mr. Nito? A voice so deep I feel it reverberate my bones, calls from above.
Jesus.
Taken aback at his authoritative stature. His head is nearly grazing the top of the passenger car. How did he even get in here? Oh, it's been great so far, Mr. You okay? I just heard you scream.
I did not.
Oh god, what? Demons, leave me alone. Ferris. He offers out his hand for
Ferris
a
Bueller?
handshake. Though his palm alone smothers my entire hand. How do you know my name? You're clearly going to school. The nearest one is St. Hammond, and I'm already aware of a new human student, if you don't mind my profiling. Well, got all that just from
Rude.
looking at me? I'm partially joking. Your full name is printed on your backpack. You know that's dangerous, right?
It is.
Oops. Well, yeah, because then people would know your name, then they could follow you.
Fair enough.
All it takes is one Facebook glance, and then they know your entire life.
Fair.
Yep, that's me, all right. But please, I know it's only been a few days since the year started, but I'd like to hear your opinion so far. Is this a questionnaire or something? Not exactly, but it is of some importance to an assignment of mine. What does that mean? Oh, what am I being secretive for? I'm here to audit your school. See the teachers, know the students, make sure it's a proper place of learning. I wish it were something worth being secretive about. More often than not, it's just paperwork and office politics. Oh, alright then. Thoughts on the school so far? Consider telling them about a teacher nailing me with a dodgeball to make a point. I'm over it. Well, the classes that I have are great. The teachers I have are a dynamic bunch. He thumbs the inside of his coat pocket for his pen, but besides he doesn't read it yet. I see. Any favorites? I mean, I don't like to have favorites, but all the staff seem pretty lively. First, let's have a heavy, rumbling chuckle. That's certainly good to hear. And what of your fellow students? Made any friends? It's been a bit of a struggle, but it's always been that way for me since my folks move around a lot. think I'm doing pretty good this time around. What do you think that is? I think it's the jacket. Legit.
God damn it, dude.
Give my lip pal a quick tug for extra style words. The Coastline Cotton Island Bomber number 32. Part of the latest catalog by A&F. I see. Does he need to
I
learn
hate
so
it.
close to inspect it? If the carriage rocks in any way, he'd probably turn me into a piece of modern art against the window. And that's really what the youth are into these days. Hey, the results speak for themselves. Whatever
He's
I think
so
about,
cringy.
It's got nothing to do with his work. I think I have a pretty good idea on what it could be, though. Mr. Ferris? Do you got no swag?
Huh?
Well, I guess that probably answers it. I admit to being a little gray. I'm aware I'm not exactly with it anymore.
Oh my
Well,
god, I
older
hate this.
generations can dress to impress. You just have to see what people today like to wear. I'm certainly willing to listen to the youth of today. Yes. It is something important to my job to know how, somewhat important to my job to know how the student body thinks. And my niece often suggests dressing more relaxed, whatever that means. Does she ever see you in casual clothes? I'm wearing them now.
Oh my god.
I can save him. The rest of the trip was quick, but we continue with small talk about trends. When we arrive at my stop, he attempts to give me his business card. For someone whose mere presence could stop a fight, he seems like a genuinely nice fellow. I look forward to talking to him again. It's hard trying to like speak a little preppy because my normal voice is just flat. But with Inko, I'm assuming he's just like, super preppy.
I hate this.
Ugh.
I hate him.
Oh god, those burritos were a mistake. My stomach is roiling after the warm-ups.
Gross.
All right, maggots. Today we'll be working on your cardiovascular system. By that I mean a good old-fashioned mile run. I want everyone out on the track field to yesterday. And it was Damien hoping soon as Coach Solly yells the words. And no, Damien, that doesn't mean I want you to time travel. Unless, of course, you mean running so fast that you hit 88 miles an hour. And just
nice.
quickly, Damien shuts his mouth again and shoots Sully a thumbs up. Sully's only
He's so
reply is a
cute.
snort. Double time it now, cupcakes! God, what voice did I give Damien last time? There's no hesitation from me this time. I follow the rest of the class and do the run Sully wanted.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember any of the voices we gave anyone.
As expected, I rapidly fell behind the pack. Fuck, I have no idea. Hold on, let me look at the old stream and see if I can
Give him Ellis's voice.
Do you guys know what suck the heads means? It's nothing dirty. It's about eating.
God damn it.
One second here. You have to talk at some point, right?
Jesus Christ.
I heard my voice.
Yeah. Coach Sully. Let Damien speak, Coach Sully. Okay, it was kind of like a mixture of preppy and what's his name? Reed.
Preppy and what's his name?
Preppy and Reed. Hey, go.
Preppy Reed.
Nice of you to drop by. How are you doing? Damien, what are you doing back here? Keeping my new buddy company, of course. What are
Aw.
you doing? Trying not to vomit. You're doing great
Fair.
then. Thanks, I guess. Shouldn't you be at the very front of the pack, though? Next to Mia? Nah, man, not her. Mia? You know, the one who knocked you out yesterday? A brief flashback reminds me of the red Parasaurus. Ah, her. By the by, glad to see you're doing way better today. You're even up and running. Yeah, glad I didn't wind up with permanent brain damage.
Brain damage.
Hey, question. Was what happened yesterday normal around here? Well, Mia's a wild one, that's for sure. But not to mess with her. But best not to mess with her unless you're into those kinds of chicks. In which case, be my guest. As for Solly, yeah, he's always like that. You'll get used to it though. He ain't that bad of a guy once he warms up to you. If you say so. Hey, don't worry, man. You're going to fit right in no time flat. In fact, you should sit with us at lunch. That way we can give you the proper welcome and stuff. Lunch, I mean, Inko, Damien, don't fall behind! Solly's voice snaps me from my mini stupor and makes me realize just how far behind Damien and I have fallen behind the rest of the class. Whoops! Better catch up with the others before Solly brings out the punitive measure. Excuse me, the what? I don't want to find out, brother. Trust me. What? Come on, dude, let's jet. Before I can say another word, Damien gets behind me and starts pushing me forward, forcing my legs to move faster than the air should have.
Oh my god.
I have to struggle not to trip over myself, but somehow I managed to keep up the pace that Damien was forcing my whole body to maintain. It's the adrenaline.
Nope, there he goes.
5 minutes and 3 more laps later, I fall flat on my ass, my heart beating so fast and lungs burning so fiercely that every breath feels like sandpaper scraping against my throat. Regardless of that, though, I finished the jog, the first small step towards conquering my physical weakness. Good job, maggots! Keep this up and you'll be soldiers yet! Solly turns to me with a slight grin, shoots me a thumbs up. Okay, that's all for today. Hit the lockers, cupcakes!
I like him. He's cool.
You like Solly? Damien helps me back up, and I join the rest of the male students as we head back to the locker room. We talk a bit more about our interests and other school matters on the way, Damien filling me in about St. Hammond's history during the 3 years he'd been in attendance. By a bit of luck, our lockers aren't that far apart from one another, but our conversation isn't a real possibility considering all the other ones going on in relatively cramped locker rooms. There really isn't that much more time to chat before the bell rings for our next class switch. I wave goodbye to Damien and start looking for my next class. Don't forget, lunch with the buds! I nod in reply as I turn around and head down the hallway towards my next class.
He's precious. I like that one.
Making my way downtown.
Oh my god.
Way down the hall, I take notice of the surroundings. Though everything about the school seemed pretty normal, there are some key modifications made to better suit the majority of the student body. Mainly water fountains that settle a good 10 or more feet above me. Overall, nothing crazy special. The next class, it would have been funny if these ones in the back were, like, there was one, like, all the way up here.
Right.
This next class I'm sort of looking forward to, AP Art Design. The class looks like it's an art studio. It's in a studio classroom on the second floor. Part of the school here is built to be both inside and outside, with open ceilings and walls here and there. Since it's also the art wing, the displayed pictures are coated in hydrophobic layers and framed. Although, since it's the start of the year, the halls are freshly cleared, waiting to be filled in as the semesters pass. Of course, there's no shortage of drains. This hall in particular is displayed prominently in the school's advertising material, and for good reason. The carefully and expertly built dynamic between the surrounding nature, the school, and even the building materials themselves is nothing less than mystical. I can already feel the creative juices floating.
Floating?
Yeah, they're floating. Soon enough, I'm standing just outside the door to my next class. Much like the school wall outside, this decorated in various colors and patterns, each corner painted and tagged by different students. I barely step foot inside before the bell rings. Since I was the last one in, all but one of the other seats were taken. It's pretty close to the front. While many of the students look well prepared, some are clearly ready to fall asleep within the next few minutes. Then there's the teacher. He's standing up by the board, waiting for me to finish, looking around and take a seat. Since he isn't urging me to look for a seat, he must be used to new students taking it all in. That must be the art teacher. Somehow he looks young and old at the same time.
He's beautiful.
Well, don't want to hold up class for too long. Trying not to take the teacher's hospitality for granted, I take the seat closest to me in the front row. Even with me sitting down, the art teacher still continues to idle and sit staring at the seated students with a hazy stare. Nobody else seems to be paying attention to him, save for a few people here and there. A few students are whispering something behind me. Where was he yesterday?
No, hey, I'm not complaining about less work.
Yeah, but on the first day? Huh, so in a way it's the teacher's first day as well. I didn't miss anything in this class. It's pretty cool, actually.
Oh, Jesus.
The teacher slams the front of his desk with both fists, the sound echoing through the room. The
Bro,
signal
chill.
for auxiliary conversations to cease, and the class obeys. Despite the sudden furniture abuse, the teacher doesn't look agitated. Rather, he's got a massive grin on his face. The phrase "winning smile" comes to mind. Right then.
Aww.
The pale pterodactyl holds what looks like a metallic tray on a stick. Good morning, class. Thank you, Raptor Jesus, for forcing me to wear prescription shoes.
Jesus Christ,
My
why?
classmates are all wincing in pain and wiping out their eyes. And welcome to AP Art Design. He holds up the stick haphazardly. This is a flash pan. Saw it in an antique store yesterday.
Rude.
Thought it'd be a good introduction. It's not important. Worthless, actually.
Okay.
The class winces as the stick is chucked into the garbage bin and shattered. Excuse my absence yesterday. I had matters to take care of elsewhere. My name is Mr. Yadaka. Within the blink of... I'm still stuck in his voice. Within the blink of an eye, the teacher has replaced the sun on a stick with a fancy marker and managed to scrawl his name across the board in the finest show of calligraphy.
Sure, that's a pen, not a marker.
I shall be the guide as we explore the expanse of the creative world. Let's not dilly-dally then, shall we? For a teacher, he's very animated. The way when I'm talking with him, I'm actually moving my body.
Lovely.
This first week, we'll be going in depth in the history of the fundamentals of art, perhaps a little trial by fire as well, to get your creative juices flowing. There's murmurs from my classmates, though I pay them no mind. In fact, the prospect of doing some creative work to create something that I could possibly show off. For a brief moment, I picture my own name on a placard in the hallway outside the principal's office. For now, though, I'd like for all of you to open up your books to page 3. Write my book.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what book? Wait.
Oopsies.
Looking around, I see that everyone else has a novel-sized hardcover book opened. Oh, they must have gotten them yesterday. Now then, class, we'll be starting with... Hesitantly, I raise my hand. Mr. Dakan, sir? I, don't have a book yet. You don't have a... How? The substitute passed out all of them yesterday. Oh. His eyes flicker open a second as he connects some internal dots. The word on the street is that some new kid got concussed so hard he had to leave early.
Oh, these days.
Did the street at least mention I was doing well before that? Oh, of course not. You're Mr. Nito, then. Yes, sir. Given the circumstances, I'll let it slide. For now,
really
why
funny.
don't you share with one of your classmates? After class, I'll write you a note that you can give to the librarian. Thank you, sir. Kind of regret being so late, because the only person I can realistically share with is the person on my side. So, hey.
Oh,
Wait a
shit.
minute. Wasn't she the one speeding through the hallway yesterday? Just like back
How
then,
could
I
you
feel-
tell?
Just like back then, I feel her gaze piercing and cold, as if she's not even seeing me next to her. Would it be okay to share the book? It'll only be
She
for
looks like
today.
she needs glasses. I'm sorry.
Instead of a verbal response, she lets out a defeated low groan like I just spit in her cereal. She then huddles back over her page. Well, geez, sorry I asked. It's only the first real date. Maybe I won't need it. Olivia, come on, share with him this one time. I heard he told him I'd personally resolve the issue. Just help me out here, alright?
Aight.
I'm saying it's weird. She responds by making a show of sighing deeply while rolling her head back and around. Ordinarily, there'd be a groan to go with this gesture, but she remains silent. Her head hangs low in defeat, and she nudges the book a few centimeters closer to me. Thanks. Slide my own desk closer to her, just enough that I can read the page. While our teacher orates the page as if reading from Death of a Hunter, I follow along while simultaneously trying to capture anything that stands out into my notebook. A lot more difficult than expected, as Mr. Adakam seems to put emphasis on every word he spoke. Not like I was just copying the page wholesale.
Me.
Eyes turned from the book to the girl's notes and... Or... I don't know if the mic picked that up.
I heard you.
Okay. Those are some very murderous looking claws on her fingertips. For a split second, I see them retract. She wipes her fingertips on
That's
the small hand
painful.
towel.
Do you think that hurt?
Retracting them? No, I mean, I don't think so. For humans, it would hurt because of the way that our nails are, but for them, it's probably like different.
It just slides in and out.
Yeah, like a cat's tail, like cat's nails, you know?
Like a cat's tail.
Yeah.
Cat's tails are retractable.
Yes. Well, I mean, Whiskers only had half his tail out all the time, remember?
Oh, so true, yeah.
She wipes her fingertips on a small hand towel and, whoa, the claws extend again into a bright red puddle on her desk. Singular red colored claws press on her paper for a moment, then quickly tugged and twirled and twisted. Leaving behind
Is she using her blood?
Leaving behind a bright red cursive sentence on the page. Cool.
Wait, is that actually what's happening though?
Those silver irises flick my way once more.
What?
What you're doing, looks pretty cool. A hint of red creeps across the girl's cheeks. She looks back at the book and hunches her shoulders as high as she humanly, dinally can. Huh? She's now leaning over her notes, too, even using the book as extra protection for the pages. I should be focusing on my notes, yeah. An impossible task now, though, as colorful calligraphy next to me has piqued my curiosity. The quill talon continues to delicately etch notes into the page, and it only leaves the page to dip into what looks like a tiny paint pellet at the edge of her desk. Claws extend again, and now there's a faint rumbling. God, she's vibrating violently.
Hey.
I hadn't meant to get caught up in it. Sorry. I wait for her to give me a name. She doesn't. She simply returns her focus to the book between us. I wonder what her deal is. In either case, I turn my attention back to class. Hope I can make up for the lost time. It's hard to ignore the gator girl, though. Especially when those icy gray eyes of hers feel like icicles poised to stab through me. Hey, wait a second. Those hand motions. She's not writing anything right now. She's drawing. Well, it's none of my business. But I am rather curious. I make a show of leaning back to Yon. And I can see it's a calligraphic doodle of me.
That's really cool.
I'm mistaking it. That's my jacket and sunglasses. That's pretty cool. Nobody's ever really drawn me before.
No.
Well, there were those others on the first day of school, but that's different. They weren't using their own claws or ink. Oh, man, can't wait. I gotta ask for a closer work. Look. Hey. Your picture is super cool. Can I see it? She glares me in the eyes, but slowly brings out the sheaf she was doodling on. With the paper more visible, I can just barely make out all the important details. The line work is sharp, each stroke an organic curve that when combined formed what had to be me. It even had my glasses in the negative space of the head. Though what was with the multiple swervy lines coming out of my drawing's head? Dude, this is great. Do you know what the curvy lines were coming out of his head?
No.
Stink lines. She rolls her eyes and starts retracting the page. Can I take a picture of it? A pause.
Why?
Nobody's ever done something like that for me. I want to remember it.
It's not for you. Sorry.
I mean, that's how you would react, yeah. She passes the paper over to me.
Here's.
Whoa, really? Thanks.
Mention it.
But...
Don't.
She's nice. I hate the fact that was our dynamic in high school too, dude. You were such a bitch, but for some reason I just did not care about that fact.
It was like, I like her. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He won't leave me alone.
Like for a whole half year of school, you just ignored me. I kept trying to figure out what I did to piss you off, and then the next school year, you were just like, as if
Yo, what's up?
that didn't happen. I walked into the library, you saw me, you're like, hey, we're doing this thing. You want to come hang out with us? I was just like, hey. After a grueling period, made worse by my own anxiety, the bell rings to set us free. Finally, freedom at last. Just stay for a minute longer, Inko. I get some sideways glances from other students as they leave, no doubt suspecting I'm a teacher's pet already. A few strokes from his pen, Iyadaka hands me a note. Just show this to the librarian, she'll hand you your books. On your way now. Quick trip to the library earns me my missing books. I even got a fancy laminated library card. Iyadaka's introduction to his class certainly has me excited for photography next. First stop, though, lunch. Can't take pictures on an empty stomach. Between my lackluster breakfast and gym class, I'm starving. Despite my hunger, though, I'm stopped dead in my tracks as I look around the cafeteria.
Oh my god.
Whole place is overtaken by lawless anarchy. Are these people towing people in the back? I've never seen a riot this intense. These students have even crawled halfway up the wall, hanging by the decorative vines. Food flies about everywhere, utilizes ammunition rather than sustenance. I bet the security guard by the door isn't moving. This must be acceptable? I shudder to think what would be bad enough to warrant him taking action. I've never seen anything like this at any of my old schools. But more importantly, all the cliques have already formed from the previous day. I missed my chance to sit with anybody.
Boy?
Wait, it's only the second day. Why am I acting as though it's too late for anything? Yo, Nico! Shoulder check from behind. What feels like an oversized fist or undersized bubble. Hey, cousin Nico, let's go bowling! If I wasn't already by a wall, I would have either been sent sprawling or made into rope play. When I turned about, I met with Damien's toothy grin. How? What? What? Already forgot about me? You don't got anywhere to be, right? Yeah? You stuttered. Come on, we're going somewhere. May as well, right? Damien excitedly motions at me to follow through the traffic of students going about lunchtime. Peering in through the crowd, waving me over and disappearing again like he's outrunning something. He's outrunning this!
He's outrunning his gay thoughts.
It's a good thing I hadn't gotten my own lunch yet. Be dumped on the ground about 3 elbows and a slap ago. Through the clamoring, I hear something about a turf war starting with the new year and megalodons will continue to rule. Someone mixed in as the undeniable sound of a steel chair clattering to the ground. The place is an actual war zone now. How on earth is Damien able to weave through these guys so easily? Eventually, he leads me to the far corner of the room and to his usual lunch table. Hey, you're alive! I think one of my ribs is cracked. That's just the school spirit you're feeling. Ugh. I feel less like a person, more like a well-used punching bag. Finished stretching my wounded back and actually checked the table. It's basically empty. There's only one other person here. The gator girl gives an unamused raised brow. Hey, you... Oh, snap, you know Olivia? Olivia, right, yeah. The one and only. Why didn't you tell me you met already? Because I only sort of did. We're in the same class. Ah, okay, I get it now. Still, that sounds awesome. All my lunch buddies are artists. All? Oh yeah, there's usually a third in our group, but she's out screwing around in school business. She'll probably be back tomorrow. Student council stuff can't take that long, right?
Oh lord.
She'd need with the student council. Oh, she doesn't need anything with the student council. She's in it. She's the treasurer. The treasurer? Something like that. What do you think, Olivia? We just grunts in reply. Doesn't even bother to look up from her lunch tray. Did she just grunt?
Yeah.
Aren't you an artist too, Damon? Nah, I don't got the patience to sit around for hours like that. So you're not taking advantage of the art programs here? Don't really need them. Home's just real close by. Only other artist here today is Olivia. Zions rave over Olivia as if he was presenting her at an auction or something. For her part, the gator girl just grunts again. Well, what do you do then, Olivia? Finally, she looks up, turning an indifferent look my way. I've never seen dashes. Usually it's just dots. Did she say something? What was that?
Oh, it's because she's whispering. Okay.
The ambient war noises are a bit too loud. Can't hear a thing. Sorry, I can't hear anything. You're saying over the... Don't sweat it. She's just a real quiet type.
I paint!
Whoa, hey! Holy hell, her voice sounds so raspy as if she'd never drunk a drop of water in her life. So I hadn't noticed before when she gave those one-syllable responses, but for someone's voice to be strained from a single shout? She furrows her brow and looks back down at her lunch. Oh snap! We've been standing around for a while. He sits back in his own seat and takes a huge bite of mystery meat steak. Right, food. To the workout and poor breakfast today, I'm particularly famished now. But the line. All eyes look to where the lunch line should be. It's become a full-blown riot. Someone's got a fire extinguisher trying to stop it.
What the fuck?
Oh, I probably should have waited for you to get yours. Oops.
Fucking
Damien returns to his steak, rather aggressively. But who am I to question dino etiquette in the act of using one's foot to anchor the food for tearing? Suddenly, the sound of squeaky rubber draws both of our attention towards Olivia. She's holding onto one of her wheels, having just skidded across the granite floor. Oh! What's up? She tilts her head back towards the courtyard door behind us. Looks like there's a few vending machines out there. Huh, I guess I'll go check them out.
Aw, she's being nice.
To go try and get lunch. Not a fan of soda and chips for a meal, but it's enough for wartime survival. Hey, this thing accepts credit cards. Handy. Feeling like...
Oh. Your colors drywall. I like soda.
So we're gonna go with my favorite color is drywall store brand soda.
Yeah.
I pick out a few other brands I recognize enough to tide me over for the rest of the school day. Oh, by the way, now you're on ending one.
Oh my god. Imagine.
I've been to pick up the bags from the Spencer slot, and that green shit's slipping at me. She noticed me gazing at her and hunches over again hurriedly. What's that all about? Is she checking him out? Right, making new friends.
She was looking at his ass.
What is it with women and guys' asses, dude?
Hey, sometimes they look good.
I hate that you smacked mine randomly.
Hehehe.
I buy a few extra sodas for the table. Carrying everything back in both arms, I place them on an empty spot, sliding a can of soda to Damien. He looks at me like I just tossed him a gold bar. Whoa, dude! The Dilo boy's mouth open wide as he chomps on the bottom of the can, his fangs piercing the thin metal and spraying its contents down his gullet.
Shotgun.
Toss some over to Olivia as well. She eyes it as though it's a weird booby trap. Or taking a bag of chips. Damon sighs happily as he chucks the shredded remain of his can away.
Surprised he didn't eat the can, I'm not gonna lie.
Caffeine ambrosia. What were we talking about before? Olivia's art. Right. She's really good, Inky. Like you wouldn't believe. Can you at least stick to a nickname? Really? Oh, totally. She's like won awards and stuff. She has? Can I see them? In fact, I could snap some glamour shots for you. No need, dude. I've already got pictures on my phone. No, I mean, hold on. I pick my backpack up for the floor, unzipping it, and retrieving my beloved camera from it. I'm actually into photography. The Dino Man reaches for the well-aged DSLR, and on instinct I swat his hand away. Hey!
Mine!
Sorry, force of habit. What do you think, Olivia? She eyes me up and down with the same furrowed brow.
Aren't you the guy that ate dirt in gym class yesterday? I fucking added some words.
Yep. No. I shoot Damien a quick dirty glance before turning to Olivia. Look at Olivia. I wasn't that bad. It was pretty bad. Wasn't. How does everyone seem to know about it? Damon looks aside sheepishly.
Oh my god.
I may have had a hand spreading the story around.
Bro!
I thought it was funny. Don't worry though. Everyone has some embarrassing story. One time I got my frills stuck in the bathroom stall. I
Wow!
didn't need to know that.
Took him an hour to get it out.
See? Everyone's got some. Olivia pops a chip in her jaws, her face looking out to nowhere as if she's thinking of something. Damon leans close to me. One of his frills extends to hide from Olivia. Dude, I haven't seen her talk this much during lunch since last year. Said 3 things and one of them was a grunt. Why the secrecy? It's like a secret meeting. Those are cool. Uh-huh. But yeah, this is something else. She's really warming up to you. I can tell. He sits back down
He's
properly.
precious, dude.
Honestly, this whole thing is a little creepy. She's probably not a bad person to talk to, but Damon isn't helping any. I still remember when I first started hanging out with you, some of my friends were like, well, she's weird. I'm like, and I'm fucking
Damn
weird.
straight I'm weird.
You guys know this. I'm the weird one in the fucking group, and you're saying she's weird. Well, then that means we're made for each other. As eager as I am to make new friends this year, this is definitely not how I thought it would pan out. Maybe it's best that I get through lunch quickly and quietly. At least I have a spot to sit during lunch. It's not like I'd have any other options. Oh fuck, what did I give him? I think it was like kind of fuck.
It was kind of like gravelly, to be honest.
There you are, Inko. Voice rings
like
out to greet me, which catches our attention. See a familiar bespeckled face walk over to us with a lunch tray in his hands. Glad to see you made it to lunch this time. Oh, hey Ben. Guessing you and Inko already met? Introduced myself after I bumped into him the other day. Speaking of bumps, you should have seen Inky here yesterday.
Oh my god.
David lets out a cackle and slaps him in the back, igniting the gym pains in my body and almost knocking my glasses off. Ben gives a concerned half smile. This must be my internal torment for the rest of the semester. Yeah, about yesterday. Ben looks down the aisle of chatting students and signals to someone with his head. Standing 10 feet away from us is an imposing-looking dinosaur girl with blonde hair, crimson scales, and sporting fiery red leather jacket. Ben motions for her to come closer with a soft smile on his face and nod. She smiles back,
eyes, bro.
Her own is noticeably strained.
Oh. Okay, I'm here.
She slowly makes her way over, and I notice how some of the students begin to quiet down as she passes them by.
Oh no, she's hot.
That's like everyone's reaction to Mia. As she gets closer, her intense presence invades me, and even though we're about the same height, I feel like an ant about to get crushed under her boot. Somewhere in me, a synapse connects her face to me tasting bright red rubber yesterday. I really wish it hadn't. Inko, Mia here has something to say to you. Mia stays silent, but strides the last couple steps rigidly to stand right in front of me. She sucks in air through her teeth.
Sorry.
The corner of the girl's lips start to rise.
I didn't mean to knock your lights out.
Behind her, I noticed Ben wincing. His arm around my shoulder, the smile growing wide once more. He creeps along the face as her muzzle nears my ear, especially when a cup of hot air blows by the road. The heat is torn away though, and I feel her fingers dig roughly into my shoulder, and her sharp hiss of a whisper scrapes my eardrum.
That ball was me being nice, Baldy. screw the class over again, and I'll fucking end you.
Nodding and understanding, Mia pushes away from me with a small cheer.
See, all clear now, Benny boy.
Yeah, that's not quite.
Aw, boo, you know how I am.
Her eyes flutter as she looks at his way. Yes, I know, but I promise you would be...
Nicer, I know, and I was. So I'll be seeing you later tonight, Benny. Just like we promised.
She waves us off collectively and backs into the crowd, vanishing before either of us could fully process her words and actions.
Jesus Christ.
Damien nudges my side. Dude, I think she likes you.
Shut the fuck up,
Ben
Damien.
sighs. Sorry about that, Inko. I heard earlier about what happened at PE and connected the dots. I mean, it comes off as rough around the edges, but she's actually really sweet. I'll talk to her about it more later. You and her, huh? Yeah, since the start of high school. Classic jock and nerd pairing. Sounds like you're living the dream. You know it. Yeah, I'm sorry. First impression of her isn't ideal. It's fine. It was just dodgeball. Not like she was looking to do something. Yeah.
He doesn't sound very sure about that.
Damien? Damien looks up from the rest of his meal, having selectively heard his name. Could you not spread rumors around about your fellow classmates? No worries. Nico and I are cool. That still doesn't make it right. Sure. Yes, sir. Yeah. Gives Ben a lazy
Lame.
stare. Ben merely sighs as he places his tray on the table and makes himself comfortable on the seat next to me. As he settles in, Ben notices my camera still on the table. Oh, is this your camera, Anko? Huh? Oh yeah, I was showing it to Damien and Olivia earlier. Man, I felt my instincts kick in for a moment before remembering
No,
that
you may
Ben
not.
also works with a camera. Sure, have a look. I watch as Ben gingerly picks up my camera and gives it a thorough inspection. I must say, as far as standard DSLRs go, yours is very good quality. It's nothing too special, really. Just something I picked up a while back. Well, you have a
One
good
day I
taste
will
in
know what
camera
these
knowledge.
words mean.
He hands me. How is it that I know more about cameras than you, and you're the camera girl?
I just like taking pictures. I don't know shit about cameras.
He hands me back my camera, to which I place it back into my backpack. Thanks. With something like that, it'd be easy to get some great shots. Well, I do have a small collection in a portfolio drive. Portfolio? Oh man, I only just got mine a month ago. But you've got like a dozen pieces to choose from for the New Year's art contest. The what? He missed that announcement. What announcement? The school has an annual art contest the start of every new year. The winner gets a small cash prize, but the bigger prize is the fact that the winner's piece is submitted for publication in a couple big-time magazines.
Ooh,
Oh. Oh, wow. That sounds awesome.
where'd she go?
You barely noticed?
Has she been gone a while? I barely looked up.
They had a whole animation where she she was making faces and then she slowly eggs out. Of course, that also means a lot of the students plan ahead and work all summer for something to submit. Did you do anything for it, Ben? You know it. Well, good luck. She turned in the perfect piece yesterday. Okay, now I'm interested. Finally, a chance to show my real skill at something I'm good at. Hey, Olivia could help you out with your shot in here and her art. You two could totally win, right, Olivia? Olivia? I'll turn our heads to Olivia, only to realize that she's disappeared. When did she leave?
Me.
Confused, I scan around the cafeteria and my eyes manage to spot her through the crowd of students, strolling away towards the cafeteria doors and quickly. Just like that, I lose sight of her as fast as I had seen her. Turn to look at Damien and Ben. Damien not only looks puzzled but also disappointed for some reason.
Aw.
Ben, meanwhile, well, he almost looks annoyed that Olivia left. Guess she hasn't changed. So it seems. The venomous sting in his words making me feel like there's more going on than I'm aware. Decide not to try to pry into it, instead bring the conversation back. Well, I still want to try. You can upload your submission on the school's website. Oh, then I'll need an account. You don't have one? I don't think so. I've been told they'll get me that stuff by the end of the week. Sounds about right. Truthfully, it takes maybe 5 minutes to at the most to deal with that. Then why the wait? Nobody wants to deal with it. Yeah,
Fair.
wait then. Ben scratches the side of his head. I think there's someone in Stuco that can help you out, actually. It's at the treasurer's duty day today. So that's where Liz ended up. I don't know any names, so maybe. I guess I'll get to meet Liz sooner rather than later. I think I'll take care of that before lunch is over then. See you in class, Ben. Sure thing. Later, Damien. Deuces, man. Tell Liz I said hi. I grab some of the leftover snacks from the table in my backpack and head out of the cafeteria. Finally, I can show off my skills. Show that I'm just as capable as an artist as anyone else here. Save real quick. Do you want to see when she left?
Sure. Do I get to see the exact moment?
So, like, they're talking, and then at some point she just kind of...
Lovely.
The computer lab is an offshoot room from our library. As for the library itself, aside from an expected emphasis on anatomy drawing of the guides and like it's pretty standard. Not to brag, but the school I was at freshman and junior year had a library with 2 floors. Probably should have read a
Good
thing or
for
two
you,
about its
man.
resources. I'm getting off topic. The computer lab is the focus. The calm tranquility of the library is overtaken by the organized sterility of the lab. 40 standardized sets of computers and monitors line the walls, forming a panopticon around the desk reserved for the teacher in the middle. I remember them being organized differently in elementary school, but for a few years now I've just been seeing this formation. Sounds to me like someone got caught one too many times working on more risque art pieces. The monitors are all turned on, but only one's logged in. Weird. There's nobody here. Damien and Ben said Liz would be here, though. Maybe she's in the bathroom? I'm not one to pry and snoop around, but I'm really pressed for time here. On screen, I see open PDFs and documents. They look finance-related and filled with abbreviations and jargon I don't understand. Maybe I can figure out how to create my account on my own.
I'm not gonna lie, that would scare the absolute shit out of me.
What, just someone's head popping out of the ceiling?
She looks like a fucking snake, bro.
If you just saw her head, yeah, I would understand.
What are you doing?
God, you're gonna give her a squeaky voice? Okay.
It's not squeaky, it's just high pitched.
How did high school?
I didn't mean to scare you.
Oh, thank Christ, it's just a dino girl with an extremely long neck and not a specter.
No, really. What are you doing to the fiscal report I was working on?
I didn't do anything.
Oh my lord. I've been working on that all day. Why did you touch it?
I didn't, I only minimized it, I swear. Alright, I'm here for a reason. Are you Liz? The Brachiosaurus furiously reopens all her windows and for a while types out some information before acknowledging me again.
Excuse me? Damien told me about you.
I met Damien. He said I'd have to wait for you to sort out my login stuff.
She looks happy. Damien mentioned me? Oh, you're the guy that got smeared into the ground in gym class yesterday. Jesus. Gets worse each time. Yeah, I'm Liz. Don't do that.
Inko. But yeah, I'm new here, so I need an account.
Not a problem at all.
Liz sits down and cracks her knuckles as she starts typing away at the keyboard.
Alright, I'll see if I can get that done for you.
flourishing display of spreadsheet software experience, Liz navigates and organizes several documents in seconds. I've always had the general idea that there were a lot of shortcuts and commands, but yeesh, she's resourceful.
So you're an artist too? Since you want to enter the contest so bad.
Oh yeah, I'm a photographer.
Yeah? How are you liking it here so far?
Well...
I love her body just going up and down. Students here usually jump to asking about what they're graduating here for, so they can more easily form connections and collaborate. So excuse me if I might be going too fast.
No, not at all. I'm a bit more at ease now that you just explained it. It's pretty good, although I feel bad about missing most of the first day.
Well, it's not a big deal.
Guess not. Although, truth be told, I see those paintings framed in the hall by the principal's office, and it does put a bit of rain on my parade.
Oh, those. Yeah, I get what you mean. I think it's like that by design, honestly. Something about breaking the students' egos? Then you end up wanting to improve like crazy so you can reach your goals. At least that's what happened to me. I'm planning on going to university and getting degrees in design and business. And that's just the start. I'm also starting to become an apprentice for art dealings, getting the right paintings for the right people. My tutor said I'm impressive enough that I should start enrolling for any and all the important universities around the country I'd like.
Wow.
Show off.
I'm also pretty well off myself, but it never occurred to me that I should be this ambitious.
Thank you. Was that a compliment?
Yes.
What about you?
My entire thing in high school was I was gonna die before I hit 25, and here I am.
Dude, honestly. It's not going the way I planned. I should be dead.
I should be dead now. It's getting weird.
Gonna publish a photography magazine. She didn't like that answer. Well, it's something. Rude? At least more than a lot of people here.
What do you mean?
Like half the school may as well just be in the daycare. Sorry if that sounds rude. We've got these school programs and even industry professionals coming in for lectures, but it's like some people are just here because their friends happen to be here too.
No big plans, it seems.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean like Damien?
Yeah, I shouldn't have mentioned it.
He's so cool though, don't get me wrong. Hope me talking about him to you like this doesn't come across as douchey. He's definitely the friendly type. He even partnered with me in gym class. Had dragged me along to sit with him at lunch.
Is that so?
Yeah, he was really excited about it too.
And then he introduced you to Olivia as well and tried to break the ice so she can come out of her shell?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Oh boy, I'm sorry about that, Inko.
What, is Damien messing with me?
No, Damien is great. He's just maybe a little too eager. If he considers you a friend to him, he'll want you to be our friend too. Specifically, he'll want you to be Olivia's friend.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing at all. But you've seen Olivia. You can probably tell she's a bit unresponsive. Doesn't really like to talk to anyone, not even Damien. What's wrong with that? What the fuck?
Some people are just quiet.
So you can definitely try to be her friend, but just know she'll most likely ignore you.
That was us and mostly all our school. The only type people that we talked to were our closest friends. But
Yeah, dude. Fucking like talking to people.
I mean, I get it though. I mean, the way Damien was talking to Olivia, it seemed like they were close, but even then, Olivia didn't seem to acknowledge him. That's a bit much. Like, if you came up to me at lunch and we were talking, obviously I talk to you. But if some random person I don't know starts talking to us, I'll be like, hi.
Fair.
But if it was you, someone who's close to me, then yeah, for sure I'd be talking. I wouldn't be reclusive. But
I suppose.
we don't know the circumstances, so we can't make judgments yet.
I already read that.
Okay. You don't let... Oh, hold on, I'm stretching. Ah! Sorry,
That just fucking died.
You don't like Olivia?
What? No, I do. She's fine, I guess. I sit with her during lunch, after all. That's totally different. And I'm sure you'll get along with us just fine.
She tolerates her, there's a difference.
Yeah. And hey, I'd love to see Olivia make a friend. Just don't get too involved trying to get her to warm up to you.
Invested, but alright.
Shut up. Damien will always be down to hang out, though, and I certainly don't mind. It's just that him and Olivia are nigh inseparable. So if the deal turns you off, then it's not your fault either.
There's a history to that warning.
Mm.
Inseparable? So they're like girlfriend and boyfriend?
No. They just live in the same house. That doesn't help your case, woman. Damien's also just incredibly patient and outgoing. Someone is playing Team Fortress 2. I saw that.
Well, you would see it, but the stream itself wouldn't be. No one will see that.
I envy him. But yeah, he would like nothing more than everyone getting along like best buddies. Unless you're like Damien and you can be pleasant to a brick wall forever, your time is probably better spent elsewhere. Jesus Christ, woman. So, how serious are you about your ambitions?
Pretty serious, I think. Liz nods. How does she nod? Does she like use her whole neck, or is it just her head?
She probably just moves her head up and down. Something to keep in mind, then. It's a struggle, but like Damien says, we gotta keep trying, right?
This gives me a half-hearted smile, but she still seems sad about something.
Anyways, sorry for talking your ear off about private matters. You still want to get that submission turned in?
She stops for a second and on one tab to scan for something.
And got it.
She motions her head to the back of the room and printer as it hums to life. I get up and get the paper. Both my username and password here are strings of numbers. I take a snapshot of the user's name and password so I won't have to remember it. Thanks.
Fair. Anyways, you should hurry. Lunch is ending soon.
Right. According to the time display on the monitor, I've only got 10 minutes left. I followed the instructions on printout, finally getting to the student hub of the site, and thankfully the art contest is displayed prominently across it. Clicking through a couple of links, I finally find submission instructions. Simply a matter of putting my entry details, the name of the file, and dragging it into the school's shared drive. Plugging in my portable portfolio hard drive, I create a copy of my magnum opus. Then I quick rename, drag it here, and just in time. Take the extra minute to safely undock my hard drive and then log off the computer. Looking back to Liz, she's completely wrapped up in her work. think interrupting her is a good idea, especially after what she said about Livia in her own time. I opt to simply leave her be, heading out of the room in the library for class. After all, it's time for class I'd been looking forward to most. The day is certainly turning out better than yesterday.
Why? Because you didn't get a concussion?
Hope I didn't just jinx it for myself.
Mm.
My nerves had been acting up when I first stepped back into the classroom. It made even worse when I was hit with another flashbang.
Jesus Christ.
After my 20 other classmates had finished laughing, Monsieur Dakan made a show of waving a firstly taken photo from a fancy fold-up camera from the 70s.
Ooh.
I dubbed this portrait De Tudient Sans Polis. Boys? I have no idea what the fuck that was. After he
no idea.
Shot
Something French.
Board, filled with poor snapshots of everyone else, Monsieur Dakan reassured me and sat me right next to him. He managed to sum up the syllabus in under a minute and said taking the majority of the time to go over our first lesson assignment on exposure and lighting. Each new light fixture he brought out and explained, I felt my mind swirl faster and with new possibilities of bold shots. If only I had that then, or I could have used that there. Now that you've had a small taste of it, we'll start on our first photography assignment, proper lighting. I'm salivating at the thought. Monsieur Dakan had just finished his first lesson where he'd handed all sorts of equipment to look over. It's the first time I've handled some of these things, like the enormous box light that was still taking up the entirety of my desk. Remember, though, that these are just tools meant to enhance the photo. You can highlight a turd all you want, it's still a turd. The crude language guarantees a chortle from a few half-listening students. The teacher looks over to the clock and hums. Well, I see that we managed to finish this lecture a tad bit early. Why don't you all take these last 10 minutes to compare notes, maybe even consider doing the assignment as a collab piece with a classmate. The room is quick to fill with the sound of chatter. I wonder if
this teacher's awesome.
Hey.
Hey.
I turn to Ben and see his eager grin. Do you want to do a joint piece, since you don't know any good spots in the school and all? I pull out the assignment sheet from beneath the lightweight light on my desk and give it a quick scan again. Present a set of photos demonstrating your understanding of proper lighting. You are allowed to borrow one lighting tool and must take the shot on school premises. And I swear, I've handed out this assignment for years now. If one more student just takes a picture of the hallway outside the classroom, I'm going to personally throw them over the railing. The original, please. I've got a perfect place for it. If we work together, we can even use 2 items. The offer is too tempting. Sure. I hold out my hand, Ben takes it, shakes it, sealing the pact.
I'm sorry?
Is sealed. My face is feeling weird from all the smiling today. But in truth, I'd been enjoying Monsieur Dakan's class so much that I couldn't stop. Feels like I have the entire world to gain from Monsieur Dakan's lesson, and the entire world to explore, seeing as ever since the move I hadn't had time to actually explore Volcadera Bluffs. Sure, on occasion I go out on my own parks and stuff, go out on my own to parks and stuff, but who doesn't? Besides, I'd be a pretty lame photographer if I didn't go out and find stuff to photograph. And you know what? I've been meaning to do a little looking around here. So to everyone else, this assignment makes them have to explore school, but I get to. Pretty sweet deal if I do say so myself. The hall outside the classroom is only one major photo op. Between that and the murals outside, I'm certain to find something cool. No, the murals won't work on their own. Since it was my first thought to use them, that means it's likely someone else's first thought. I need to think outside the box a bit. Think of some way to use the school's architecture to my advantage in a way that... Ego! Thoughts are disrupted by a worried-looking Ben. Maybe you should see a doctor, man. Head injuries are no laughing matter. I'm fine. What were you saying? I was asking how you were doing, with school and classes now. Oh, right. Doing good. Really good, actually. I'm in a class that I'm 100% enjoying and starting to make some genuine friendships. Compared to the disaster of yesterday, today has been astoundingly positive. That's good to hear. Yeah, I've even got some friends now. Great. Oh, What about your art submission? Was this able to help? There's something nibbling at the corner of my thoughts at the mention of the long-necked girl. Yeah, she gave me a long... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, she gave me
Jesus.
my login stuff and everything. Uploading the submission was a piece of cake after that. Awesome. Though that does make you competition now. Both Liz and I have pieces in the running too. She told me she had submitted something, yeah. I'm a bit concerned since I didn't have as much time at all to prepare anything, but hey, everyone's got a chance. You never know. Yeah, she was pretty cool about it too. And that whole friend group is pretty welcoming. I think I'm pretty lucky. Lucky? Ben seems perplexed by my statement. She had something at lunch when Olivia vanished. I'm noticing for a silent paraplegic, she sure has a lot of people upset. You got some hidden drama with her, too? No, not really. Wait, two? Who? Yodakin calls out to us, striding over to inspect. I take it you gentlemen are conversing about your assignment together? Of course, Monsieur Yodakan. We're just discussing where we take our picture. Right, Ben? Well, that's good then. Good thing you guys weren't talking about something off topic, like gossip. That would be a pretty embarrassing use of your time right off the bat, I think. Especially considering you're currently the subject of some fairly humorous gossip, aren't you, Mr. Nito?
I like this teacher. He's lit.
I'm awash in a wave of shame from his words. I look at Ben, I can see he feels it as well. If the air around someone needs clearing, clear it yourself. I like that term right there.
Fair.
It's a good way. I usually ask people if I hear something about them. Yeah, Dakan has a point. Maybe once a friendship is established, I can learn more about her. Alright, off you go now. Remember to get your assignment done by the end of the week. The room empties out slowly, most of my peers still chatting and discussing their plans for the assignment. Before I can continue talking with Ben about our own project, the Stuco president is already packed up and exiting the room. Guess we'll talk later then. Packing up my own notebook, I wave goodbye. Hold on! Okay. I wave goodbye to my new favorite teacher and head off to my next class.
He's my favorite dinosaur.
Walking into history class for the first time, it's about what I expect it to look like. Pictures of historical figures, small relics from various regions, cartography of the Earth during its stages of continental drift. Though I notice that there's a distinct lack of teacher in this class. Must be finishing up their lunch, I assume. Well, better get a good seat now before they're all taken. Eeny, meeny, miny... This one.
Bruh.
I settle myself into my chosen desk and pull out my history book and notebook along with a pencil. As the classroom fills with more and more students, it becomes a blur of vibrant scales. A few minutes pass and I'm still wondering where the teacher is. The suddenness of the door slamming open stops any and all noise. It's quiet enough to hear a pin drop. Figure walks into class and...
No.
Oh, sweet heaven, no. He stands there and stares down at everyone, menacingly. He's the history teacher, too?
Thanks for walking in my classroom, Sully.
Of course, Miss Brockling.
Broccoli.
I'll
Stupid.
thank Raptor Jesus. He isn't our teacher. Raptor woman adjusts her glasses. She scans around the room before looking down at the paperwork in her hands.
Looks like we'll have some late arrivals, but let's get down to business.
That's Miss Pauling.
No, it's Miss Prockling. I know that I introduced myself yesterday, but for any of those who weren't here...
Her momentary glance at me makes me believe Solly told her about my absence.
My name is Miss Prockling, and this is history class. This is history class!
Okay, I get it. You wanna go outside? Jesus.
Outside! Go outside! Are you serious?
And I looked down at him. It was all the
Oh wow, you're a little shit, dude.
We had a cat that I feel like.
Hey, go outside. Go outside. The door's open.
Go outside. What did you drop? Well, you could have given it to the boys. Wasteful.
Did you already read that?
Yes.
You already read that, okay.
Yes.
In this course, we'll be learning about the history of our primeval ancestors and their advancements through history.
How can you read Carnival easily and have issues with Primeval?
Your mom. You can even say it.
I just heard you in the background. You can even say, what happened? Are you okay?
I just got the worst fucking feeling in my throat. I don't know what happened.
You can even say that it'll be like going back in time. Doesn't that sound exciting? No.
1 second.
Are her nails purple too? No, they're not. Okay.
You
Just
would,
her
you would
shirt.
like it if her nails were purple, huh?
I don't like her.
Despite her immediately forced enthusiasm, everyone in class responds with uninterested murmuring. Not sure why, though. This all sounds exciting. She walks over to her desk and places down her pile of folders before flipping open her own special version of the history book. With the click of a button, she also turns on the projector to reveal a prepared slideshow for today's lecture. To learn about the extensive history of Saurians and their culture is something I've yearned for.
Yearned.
If you can turn your books to page 36, we'll begin with the first chapter detailing the earliest interaction between Saurians and hominids.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
But it wasn't.
I think I jinxed myself. Miss Prockling's history class is the polar opposite of Ian Dawkins' photography class. Her introduction to the class engaged me at first. Things have slowed down into an unbearably slow crawl. My eyes scan over the introductory text of the first chapter. Despite the tension between the two groups, human settlers to the New World would continue to make overtures of trade to the native Velociraptor tribes. Pretty sure I've read this line 3 times now. I turn my eyes away from the page in hopes of blinking the boredom away. I look up to see the teacher staring down at various papers on her desk with laser focus. I must have stared too long, though, because I end up locked in a staring contest with Procling. She raises an eyebrow at me. Okay then, right. Write down notes of pages 3 through 7 about the discovery of the New World. Without even fully comprehending the words before me, I'm copying the page down to the letter in my notebook.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chunky. I didn't mean to elbow you.
Absent-mindedly, I began to recall everything that's happened so far with my new classmates. Ben carries himself with a lot of refinement and is easily my first pick as a photography partner. But that Mia girl, she doesn't seem to want to make friends. Of course, I could have figured that out from the cold look she gives me yesterday, not to mention the rude hand gesture. Damien's very friendly, even if he can be a bit too enthusiastic sometimes. And though my encounter with Liz was brief, I can tell she's dependable. My progress in making friends has been pretty good, all things considered. But then there's Olivia. So far, she's still an enigma, and coupled with the apparent history she has with the others, it makes me all the more curious about her. Liz said it would be a bad idea to get invested, but in the end, it's effectively gossip and hearsay. Hearsay. This had come as some sort of shock to me, but...
And what do we have here, Miss Halford?
The sudden voice of Miss Procling snaps me out of my thoughts. I leaned my head to see the teacher looking down at... Wait a minute, Olivia's in here too? It's lucky I shared not 1 but 2 classes with Olivia. I must have been so jaded from trying to read this textbook that I didn't even notice the girl in the wheelchair. She sits in the front row diagonally in front of me, and I don't think she's noticed the strange twist of fate herself. Only the second day of school. Oh, sorry, that's you.
Only the second day of school of the school year, and already doodling in class again. It's an art school, bitch.
She proceeds to pick up a piece of paper from Olivia's desk. It's funny because I remember when I would read in class when I was done doing my notes or my paperwork, and I would still get my fucking books taken away from me. Like, how dare you?
Apologies for trying to read.
Yeah. I think I said that already. Looks like she's been drawing on it, though I can't tell what they are from where I'm sitting.
Listen, Olivia, I know history isn't the most exciting subject to learn, but could you at least pretend that you're taking notes? Like Inko?
The only response I hear from Olivia is a heavy sigh before leaning her head back down. While the teacher returns to skulking around the room, Olivia hunches over a notebook. Although I don't think those are notes she's taken. Nah, no one would do something like that with a totalitarian teacher patrolling the room. It's an attempt to get all of us to focus, but I'm fighting a losing battle to keep my eyelids from shutting. My jaw is clenched tight to suppress the loud yawn building inside, even as Miss Prockling skulks right past me. Just before my drowsiness can overtake me, though, I notice minute movement in the corner of my eye. One of my classmates glances up at the teacher, whose eyes are roving over the opposite side of the room and down to scribble something down. The paper is then folded into a neat little note, and I watch as the next person carefully unfolds the sheet and also scribbles on it, before folding and passing it along. Curiosity thoroughly piqued, I wait anxiously in my seat for the paper to get to me. It's a dangerous game, passing the note along so Prockling doesn't see.
That sounds so fun.
If I'm participating, does that make me a slacker? The student on my side makes his move to toss the note over. My Prockling starts turning around right then. He flinches and drops the hot potato on my desk in a flash. I nearly slap my own paper over the page to cover it from sight. Prockling continues to lecture about how the raptors and humans eventually started to get along because they traded narcotic leaves or something like that.
Narcotic leaves. And as you can see on the board here...
Now! I left my paper. Luckily, there's still plenty of space left. As for whatever everyone else has drawn, a not-so-solid attempt at a race car, rough sketches of someone's eyes, a bunch of doodles, names in various stylized fonts that I could only describe as graffiti, and, of course, it's not high school. It's not high school if someone hasn't drawn a dick. Miss Prockling with stink lines coming off of her. Yeesh, better not get caught with this. That being said, I'm drawing a blank. What should I draw? I don't exactly doodle every day. Drawing stuff for others is a nice gesture. Maybe I'll try to break the ice a bit. Although I don't really know anything about her. Hey, can't hurt to try though, yeah? I can think of a few things to sketch out here. Let's see. Alright, Raven, come over to my computer.
No.
Yes.
Fine.
Well, you don't want to draw your own drawing?
I don't know how to draw.
Yes, you do. What?
Alright.
Okay. Go on. Do you want me to get out of my chair so that we
Can you put touchscreen on really quick?
I
Is that
can't
possible?
because of this.
Damn it!
It's on already.
Damn
because
it.
of the way that
Okay,
it works, it doesn't register.
I don't know how to draw.
Do you want me to move?
I don't know how to draw.
Just do something. If you want, I can pull up a picture.
Yeah, pull up a picture of Olivia.
Of Olivia?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I do on my first try, too.
Well, he's had to draw something for someone else. So, yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo, American singer, songwriter, and actor. That's not
Oh,
boring.
I like her songs.
You just wanted like a picture of her sitting down?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, give me. Okay.
Ah!
Is it on the pencil?
It's already on pencil, yes. It's very awkward, just so you know. I think everyone's first drawing is always Olivia, just being Olivia.
I give her a little smile. It's a tiny smile. Some teeth. Can't forget that she needs to breathe.
Yeah, she needs a nostril. Are you saying that you don't need nose?
No, you don't need noses. She got freckles.
I'll draw something after you. You look at your coloring her hair.
It's not gonna be white. She didn't have white hair.
She doesn't have black hair either.
Oh, I don't have colored pencils. Just do the sketches. Oh, I know. I got this. Hold on. No, that's gonna look dumb.
Oh, you're trying to figure out what kind of drawing you want.
She go raw. She go raw.
Is that what you're gonna draw?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I was tripped.
Oh dear God. Are you there yet? Raven. Raven. No, she's gone. There she is.
Why isn't Inko wearing clothes?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, at least put a loincloth, like God.
Okay, here. There.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, and then I gotta put the stink lens.
Yeah, he has stink lens. He's a smelly human.
Everyone's smelly.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you think that's enough?
Yeah.
Wait, I have one thing. And done. I didn't have a lot of room to really work with, but as
That was an entire paper.
as I surreptitiously admire my work, I find that I have a long way to go. It feels like I'm being mogged by the other doodles. Alright, Olivia's sure to like this. Sprockling is still turned around, right? I slipped the paper over Olivia's shoulder. I won't have to get up and risk her getting caught. And And here we go. It's a bit tricky and I hesitate, but the paper meets its destination. She doesn't even look back, she just takes the paper eagerly. It's completely different from how she was acting earlier. Tail is even swaying side to side. Oh, is that wagging? Huh.
Aw.
Alright, now she's gonna see my sketch and possibly think I'm cool. She's not turning around. Well, it's not much, so could also just...
Uh-oh. No, sorry. She's eating her lunch. Hold on. I'll be taking that.
Miss Proctor snatches the paper from Olivia's claw as she holds her arms out. She takes a glance at the paper and a small crack of a smile appears on her face before going back to its stoic visage.
Oh no. So is this how you view me, Miss Halford?
Rockling holds the paper up for all to see. Everyone in the class does their best to avoid her persecuting gaze.
I know that most of you were a part of this as well. Look, I'm not asking for much. Please do your assignments when you're in my class. It's the least you can do.
We're just passing a note one at a time. She wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, how come all of us are in trouble?
Bitch.
Notice Prockling looked down at Olivia for a moment before letting out a sigh of defeat.
Look, since it's only the second day, I'll let this one slide. But I'm warning you now that I won't be so lenient next time it happens. Otherwise, you'll end up like the last student who decided to be disruptive during class.
What happened to him? Get a detention slip or something? Miss Prockling pulls open the window blinds and pushes the window screen open. She then takes out a walkie-talkie.
Sally, yep. Another hippie. Seat H4. Jesus! Good job, soldier. Now, if we can, let's continue.
What are you eating over there?
Crackers and cheese.
We're on the second floor.
Oh
Sit
god.
back into my seat and continue writing mainly out of unadulterated fear of experiencing the same wrath from the teacher. Man, now I feel guilty for Olivia. I was the one that passed her the note after all. Maybe I shouldn't have tried. Well, I can always apologize after class. Miss Prockling places the note and continues with her lecture for another half hour. With 10 minutes of class left, see Prockling look at the clock above the door. Then notice Olivia grabbing her attention as if she knew what she's already going to say to her. The teacher nods her head. Olivia grabs her backpack and shoves all her things into it. In silence, she wheels herself to the door, opens it, and pulls all out. Teacher must have noticed me watching her leave.
Accommodations.
Well, there goes my chances of saying sorry to her. Feeling defeated, I decide to focus on writing down my notes for the rest of the time left. Although I do wonder... She must have noticed my doodle. Did she just ignore it then? Class comes and goes, and I head back home on the metro.
It wasn't good enough.
Another day, another dollar. Though this time I pass on the mini breakfast burritos. After how bad they messed me up during PE yesterday, I don't want my stomach to endure that torture again. Instead, I just got a few hash browns from a fast food joint by the metro. I idly scroll through my feed as I usually do, while the metro jostles about to my destination. It's been a few days now, and this strange scent of extremely cheap detergent and alcohol have become an afterthought. Some of the vines are actually plastic, and flowers are little air fresheners. That's not actually something I noticed, more so witness when a passenger tried eating one. Some of the vines are real though, for some reason. They go untouched anyways.
Wait, so the guy tried to eat one that was fake, but not the real one.
Maybe. Vegetarians eat the grass in their lawns after all. Right?
That you know of.
Anyways, the lights are gone. Someone just dropped a wrecking ball next to me. Must be Mr. Ferris.
Yeah.
Good morning, Eiko. Good morning. Has work been going fine? It has. Slowly, but I'm very thorough. I hate the idea of a place not learning. I hate the idea of a place of learning not being an ideal place to learn. And I appreciate our talks. Your perspective has really helped me understand the student body more. You're welcome. Hey, have you given any more thought to the fashion thing? I have, although I can't say I really get it. There's plenty to see everywhere if you just look around. Really? Like what? Well, like, look at the girl on the other end of the car there.
Looking.
It's rather revealing. I don't think that's really for me. I love my wife. I just mean as an example.
Aww.
Well, there's an event coming up. I could see about trying something new. What would you recommend? It's a good question. What would be good to use here? My inner eye conceptualized the coolest possible Ferris. Fresh machine is going full throttle. First,
Oh, Lord.
sunglasses.
That's
Size
so
would be a little
cute!
too far apart for that. However, beanie. Moving on. Big guns. Fresh jacket. He looks like a fucking assassin.
He looks like a biker.
There we go. The coolest possible Ferris. Mr. Nito. Sorry, just thinking. Why don't you start with...
The jacket looked good on him.
So you want to see him in a jacket from now on?
Yeah.
Okay. Really now. Those
Yeah,
all
dude.
sound rather expensive.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, they are. You know what? Try a gold chain necklace. Hey, what? Yeah, just make sure it's appropriately sized so it doesn't look silly. I'm sure it would go a long way, and they're pretty cheap to get. Well, all right. I'll take your word for it. We
I don't know
should
about that
talk
one,
about
too.
fashion a lot, though. Is that really all everything's about these days? Oh, of course not. What do you want to know about? What's YOLO mean? I've heard the term thrown around recently. That was like 5 years ago.
Oh my god.
It's even longer now. Mr. Ferris and I talk more about contemporary urban slang until we arrive at our stop.
Hey, babe. I just want to point out, I'm eating the cheese and crackers, and I'm giving some to the boys. They're licking the cheese off the cracker and then eating the cracker.
Art. Mr. Dakan had just started talking about our first project for the class. As soon as he said the word, Olivia's hand had shot up. Her gray eyes sparkled in excitement, and a smile threatened to press the perpetual frown etched on her snout. The girl vibrates in her seat as she waves her arm in the air, trying to get teacher's attention. Dakan's own smile was strained as he and Olivia engaged in a staring contest with one another. You can only marvel as the two argued with each other without a single word. Eventually, Dakan won by turning out the lights and turning on the cheap projector hanging from the ceiling, and playing a safety video about paint that felt far too graphic for a school setting. I don't think I'll ever be able to eat barbecue for a while. Thoroughly defeated, Olivia crosses her arms and pouts in her seat. And that is why we won't be using any of the more exotic materials for any projects, Miss Halford.
Wow.
Maybe I should have just skipped breakfast entirely.
I still don't see the problem.
Once you've all had the proper safety handling course in the second semester, you'll be allowed to use oil-based paints. Until that time, however, all the assignments will require safer supplies. Now,
Lame.
since we've pivoted to this, might as well finish the full video.
Oh my god.
The grumpy gator holds a hand to her throat, mumbling to herself as she grabs a metal flask and drinks from it. The entire display from her was mystifying, at odds with how Ben and Liz described Olivia. In fact, it kind of reminds me of me. I can understand why, after all Dakan's letting Ben and I use some of his equipment in photography. That thrill of experimentation, of new possibilities, no doubt that it brings a creative spark to her eyes. eyes that fill with pure malice as they glare daggers at my way. Oh, was I staring? Oops. Before I could offer an apology, she already had her hands on the wheels. She rolls up to Yadakan's desk. He leans forward intently. I can't make out anything that's said through the video, but going by the occasional glare back, it's not hard to imagine. Crap, I really didn't mean to offend. Yadakan notices I'm watching and motions for me to come forward. Slowly, I shift out of my seat and approach the desk. Alright.
You guys like the cheese crackers.
Does Yadakan, you guys like the cheese crackers? Alright, there's something going on here. Yadakan speaks in a hushed tone, just loud enough for me to hear over the makeshift matinee. Olivia's telling me you're making goofy faces at her.
No, I said he's been staring at me all through class.
Huh?
It's weird. It's like he's never seen someone like me. Can't you move in? Can't you move him into a different seat?
Now, hold on a sec there, Olivia. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding. Did she burp?
Yeah. That's the
her-
face she makes when she burps.
That was the fucking... What do gators do?
The growling thing.
Yeah. She did that out of fear.
Mystery dog hunt.
It's like she's a different person here. Finishes out a canteen of water and brings it to her mouth.
That's legit me.
You're given a lot of leeway when it comes to a seat assignment, but asking for something like this?
I just want him to leave me alone.
She sips again. What's that about? Well then.
She's thirsty, bro.
You tell us. What's on your mind? Can't have disagreements between classmates this early in the year. I'm confused. I didn't know there was any disagreement between us. Well, sometimes it's the little things you do that you don't even think about that affect people the most. Anything like that come to mind? I shake my head. Olivia's glare doesn't diminish away from my field of view. I mean, I've been a bit curious about her since we sit next to each other, and I'm friends with some of her friends. We all sat together at lunch yesterday. Yadaka nods to himself thoughtfully. Sounds like he just wants to hang out, Olivia. Her face scrunches at the mere thought.
Not really interested. He's distracting me from classwork. I want to watch the video without being gawked at.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. Does that resolve the issue for you, Olivia?
No, I don't want some buddy in this class.
She goes to take another sip, but ends up turning the canteen upside down. All out. Olivia, you can go fill that up if you want. You won't be missing anything. The video is nothing you don't already know, I'm sure. Olivia eyes me suspiciously and slowly moves out the door towards the nearest water fountain. Yadakan sighs. Alright. He leans back in his chair with his arms resting behind his head. Inko, I told you yesterday, if the air needs cleaning, you need to do it yourself. Now she's in a mood because you were staring at her like a weirdo. And here I thought you two would get along. She even gave you that sketch she made of you. Truthfully, I'm impressed, but here we are. What's going on, big guy? Again,
Big guy.
sorry. It's been a pretty busy few days. Yeah, I've gotten into a cool friend group. We're all going to sit together at lunch. Livia's there too. She didn't say much, but I got her a soda. I don't know why she's so upset with me. It's nothing personal, Inko. It's not. She's reticent, especially when it comes to change. And at her lunch period too, I can see why she'd be wary of you. Don't mind me asking, Mr. Yadakan. Yes. Why is she so open with you? How do you mean? Just now she spoke more in that conversation than all the other times I've seen her yesterday. I saw the canteen, I figured it's something to do with her voice, but it's surprising. Her water bottle's the other way around. It's unfortunate, but she really rarely talks at all. And I guess she just really trusts me. I've known her since she was a freshman. She seemed to gravitate towards art and how I taught it, and soon enough, I took her under my wing. She lives with
Literally.
me, right? He's at the lunch table and she still barely talks to him. Poor kid. Hope he's doing alright. Seems to be alright. But yeah, she's distant to everyone else. So much so, I keep hearing weird things about her. Yadaka leans forward in his chair, suddenly attentive. Is this about you gossiping with Ben yesterday? A bit. He showed up to the table and said something about her being the same after she left. Probably some drama there, but I don't want to pry. He nods. But also, Liz told me some weird things too. He stops nodding. I know of her. Is something wrong? No, she just said I shouldn't get invested in being her friend. Everyone's being really weird about it, so I was just curious for myself. Guess that's why I was looking at her weird. I'm sorry. Yadaka rubs his temples. Ay, this is worse than I thought. What is? I'll put it this way. You've met 3 people that know Olivia other than me. Of the 3, only one thinks highly of her. The other 2 start unloading drama on anyone willing to listen. In this case, you. No wonder you're confused.
Fair.
Put it like that. I don't blame you. You shouldn't be involved in anything stupid. High schoolers, you know. I guess. Yadakon inhales, collecting his thoughts. Important question. Do you really want to be Olivia's friend? Huh? I mean, I guess. A judging eyebrow is raised my way. Like that face he's making. Just like, Are you really? Or just curious about her? He seems pretty serious about this. Yes, then. Olivia returns to class and rolls right back up to the desk.
Back. Have you changed his desk yet?
Yeah, Daka nudges his head towards me, expectantly, prodding me on. I'm sorry I distracted you during class, Olivia. She looks to it and it's a similar nod.
Sure. I mean, you're welcome. What? I mean, thanks. Shit.
She's not...
But, no, really. I don't want to be distracted.
Come on now, Olivia. The least you could do is give him another chance. You never know.
I don't really want to know. I get he's, like, friends with Damien, but I don't really want to, you know, not in this class.
But I'd like to be your friend. She stops and raises an eyebrow. Lots of those going around recently. She was expecting this response. She looks to Idakon for help. Actually, Olivia, I also think he'd make a good friend for you.
Shit. What?
His words were like a battering ram. I'm simply saying to give Hinko here a chance. I could almost see the imaginary bulwark she hid behind slowly crumbling from what Hidakon was saying. You are both quite similar at heart, though you may have different methods. Perhaps you'll find some compromise behind cynicism and naivety if you work together. Suddenly, the last fragments of her imaginary fortress collapse. Olivia can only look at the art teacher with timid confusion painted across her features.
Well, I don't. Are you for real, Mr. Idakon?
I am. He's actually in another class of mine. I've seen him. He's passionate about his camera, like you are with a brush. And I do expect great things from him.
Okay. Sorry, I really thought, Oh.
Oops, she actually bit her tongue. Her mouth.
Wow!
It would hurt a lot more for dinos, I bet. They would
Right? They
a
have
lot of
sharp
blood.
teeth, bro.
It's just my opinion. You can make your own choices, Olivia. She nods furiously. Oop, the movie's about to end. You two should head back to your seats. We good here? Olivia side-eyes me again and nods once more. All right. He motions for us to skedaddle. Olivia backs over to her spot. Thanks, Mr. Idakon. For what? I just gave an opinion. I am serious. It's up to the two of you if you want to be friends. Don't screw it up. He waves me off again and gets up to flip the lights.
You're so sweet.
I don't want to cry again. I get back to my seat and stare absentmindedly at the projected screen as I digest Idakon's words. He said he'd only give his opinion, but it seems like he also gave me an opportunity to take the right steps in connecting with Olivia. And with what he said about her being passionate with a brush, it's gotten me even more curious about her artistic prowess.
Her
Speaking
artistic power.
Speaking of whom, I noticed she occasionally gives me a side eye. I don't think she can see my eyes due to the dim lighting combined with the shades. She stares at me with a sense of strange curiosity, almost as if she's trying to get a read of me from my face alone. How would you do that? But from what I can tell by her facial cues, she seems confused and almost shaken up. It's like she wants to say something but keeps on backing away at the last second. Guess her mind is also jostling from Miyadakon's words. Our teacher
There you go,
flicks
boys.
the
That
light
was the last one.
Our teacher flicks the light switch, and I feel my retina burn from the bright lamp lights, even with my sunglasses. Alright, normally in your first week, we'd be doing something simple, like a color swatch wheel. However, I think you could all manage something a bit more advanced. The Gator Girl's head whips around the word advanced. Whatever Olivia was thinking before regarding me seems to be forgotten, as she focuses almost entirely on the teacher. Mr. Dakon holds up a stack of paper for us to see. First things first, I'd like for all of you to fill out these topic sheets, so that I know you understand how to safely handle oil-based paints. Last thing we need is another burnt-down classroom. The way Dakon says those words makes me imagine some pretty horrible outcomes. Once you finish your sheets, not your seats, your sheets, bring them to me so I can review them. I'll be giving you the permission sheet after I know you lot won't set yourselves on fire or poison yourselves. The Allosaur guy in front of me hands back the stack, and I take a page from it before handing the rest to the Diplo girl behind me. I scan over the sheet. What grade of mass do snouts longer than 3 inches require? And the realization hits me. I didn't see the first half of that video. My eyes scan over the page and I grunt when I see questions I have no answers for. All of them pertaining to dinosaur anatomy. Our teacher looks directly at me and then to the side. Try to decipher his meaning, follow his eyes. Oh. I turn in my seat and lean closer to Olivia. Hey,
What? What now? What? What is it? Jesus Christ, woman! I'm not gonna let you draw me.
Too late.
Like one of your French girls.
What the hell? Looking at her paper, I see that she's already answered the questions I couldn't. I show her my own page, tapping the upper section that was still blank. Olivia groans and looks at Iyadaka pleadingly. All she gets her troubles is a thumbs up.
Fine. Here.
She holds out her sheet for me. Wait, isn't this cheating?
My girl autistic as hell.
Our teacher wouldn't. When did he get to his desk? Why does he have a sleeping mask?
He's sleepy.
If I look over the answers, I still learn the safety procedures. So what's the difference in the end? That must be what he's thinking. I mean, either way, we're not a dinosaur, Inko. You don't need to know the dinosaur answers.
Right.
Even if you would need to know the basics. Don't touch shit with bare hands. Fucking have a mask on if it's fucking inhalants. Don't, if you spill it, clean it up or talk to the teacher about it. Either that or he doesn't care. I copy the words from Olivia's sheet, doing my best to at least rephrase them. Some of my classmates are already walking up to Idakon's desk. He's barely reading the pages, not even taking the sleeping mask off.
That'd be me if I was a teacher, bro.
Like having the sleeping mask, just staring at papers, being like, these are all right.
Good enough.
Thanks, Olivia.
Whatever.
Olivia finishes her page in a few seconds and wheels herself to the desk too. The last answer I'm fairly confident on, like what flashpoint means. I get up and go to Dakon's desk and set my safety assignment down. Good. Here's your permission slip to use hazardous paints. I didn't even bother to look over my worksheet.
Bro.
He lifts the eye mask from his face and looks at me with one eye. What? Most of the stuff doesn't apply to you, Rinko. Just don't drink
Fair enough.
Get it in your eyes and you'll be okay. Yes, Mr. Dakon. Attaboy. Now get back to your desk and wait for class to end. Tomorrow, I'll be starting you all on something simple. Like painting a cube or a ball. Yeah, Model dodgeball practice painting.
This motherfucker.
The IMS drops down and I return to my seat. The class clock reads 5 minutes until lunch. Olivia's back to leering at me. I consider what I should do or say as some sort of icebreaker. Monsieur Dakan said we're similar and I can see some of what he means. I'm a photographer and she's a painter. So Cubist and a Dadaist walk into a bar.
I wanted to hear the rest.
The moment the bell rings, Olivia shoves most of her things into her backpack, not caring if her notebook gets crushed. When she zips it, she races out of the classroom. Guess she doesn't want to get caught in the chaos of lunch from Stampede. I managed to avoid getting stuck in the frenzy by shuffling along the wall the long way around the lunchroom. It's a bit longer, but at least there's less risk of getting used as an improvised meat club. Hey, why don't I just go in through the courtyard? It's right there next to the table. Damn it. Next time. Hey, is there a palm tree or something at that table now? I've never seen one with a trunk that's green. I get around the last of the crowd and approach the table. Damon's here chowing down on a sandwich stacked with various meats. And like yesterday, Olivia's already at the table. Hey Damon, have you seen Liz? Thought she was joining us for lunch. Without a word, Damon points to the palm tree next to us. Oh crap, that's one tree. I looked at his head in the rafters, prodding at the vines on the ceiling. The ceiling was a lot lower in the computer lab, so I couldn't tell as easily, but that neck is long. Anyways.
She got neck for days.
Hey Liz.
Hey Ingo, couldn't see you from up here till I heard you.
I guess I'll go ahead and get my food from the vending machines again. Making my way over to the vending machines, I did the same song and dance that I did last time. Card swipe, a few button presses later earned me a couple cans of soda, 2 bags of chips, and a few candy bars. It's like when the teacher asked if you brought enough candy for everyone, only now it's true. I head back to their table, put a bundle of food stuff in my makeshift pouch and distribute them. Olivia gets her share, but she doesn't say anything. Ah, sweet!
Oh, I thank you, Ingo. Damien, if you'd be so kind.
Already on it. Damien cracks open a can of soda just as Liz lowers her head next to him. She's wearing a novelty soda cap. She then
that is so cute. What the fuck?
A new one, almost like he's swapping wheels on a Formula 1 racer.
Oh, thank you.
It says snoot kissed instead of sun kissed.
Is it really? Oh my god.
No problemo. This head cranes back up to the top of the ceiling to continue eating the foliage. Man, it must be easy for fucking herbivores to eat. They could just go outside and eat if they really wanted to.
Right.
I feel like they would have to I think the safest way though would be to rip off the pieces of shrubs and see if there's clean them before. But I guess they would be clean inside.
Maybe.
So Nico, how's your day been so far? It's been pretty decent, I'd say. Mostly looking forward to photography since Ben will show me some good photo spots. Cool. Damien just nods as he continues to munch on his sandwich. I think he's zoned out about halfway through my sentence. Oh, and also Liz helped me submit my contest entry. Awesome! Can always rely on Liz to help you out.
Flattery will get you nowhere, Damien.
Just saying the honest truth. Liz entered the contest too, right? Everyone must be trying to win the cash prize.
The money's okay.
This comes down again with a mouthful of leaves. Her hands hold up a tray with each segment filled with a
Aww. She's so cute. The real prize is having your submission featured on the sponsor's magazine cover and in a featured article.
How is she still articulate?
Do you have any idea how great that looks on a resume? Heck, I can probably get a scholarship with that alone.
Whoa, you really got all this planned out. What did you submit? Oh, sorry, that's me. She takes a moment to swallow her salad and shares a huge grin.
I submitted my best digital art piece.
Oh, What is it?
Here.
Treya set aside so she can bring out her phone to show Damien her entry. It looks to be a village townhouse piece, very rustic and classy. It looks pretty good. Yo, that's so cool! That looks so realistic!
Thanks. It took me about a week to really blend some of the more fanciful elements into each other. Fanciful. I based it off my grandfather's home from the old country.
This is amazing! Can't even tell that this whole thing's digital art at all! Someone just joined the Discord. No.
No?
I heard a weird click, like a beep noise. And what the fuck?
I didn't hear shit.
Damien grabs hold of Liz's phone and turns towards Olivia. Hey, Olivia! She jumps up, having been suddenly made relevant to the conversation she was just spectating.
What? I'm not giving these chips back, they're mine.
I was just going to show you Liz's entry. Olivia narrows her eyes and leans over to see the image on Liz's phone. She then looks up and gives Damien a quick nod before returning to eating her chips. Damien's smile falters a little at her minimal response, though he's back to his usual grin as Liz takes back her phone. Well, Liz, I didn't know you were so into digital painting. That looks great. Do you plan on being an artist after graduating?
Oh, thanks. Oh, no, I don't plan on being an artist, per se.
Per se.
The plan is to be...
The fuck did you just say to me?
I said per se.
Bitch. The plan is to be an antiques dealer, specifically with art.
What's that mean? It means she buys the splatter canvases everyone else just uses for money laundering.
No. It'll be the real deal stuff. There's a real market out there for it. So I'm taking the AP business class and using the school's prestigious art program. It's actually why I picked this place out. There's a real elite selection of graduates from here.
Oh, you're the school treasurer too, right?
I sure am. I'm doing everything to make sure I'm ready for the real deal. I do love painting, though. It's not just an ends to a mean. Son of a bitch. Maybe that's why I fucking hit my arm.
Start it over.
Hold on. Okay. I was making sure that we were still on track.
Maybe that's why I want to get into trading. I can get the right people the right art they need.
That's very thoughtful. Huh. I should start thinking of my future more. I wonder what Olivia thinks about this, if it even interests her. Damien's just exaggeratedly nodding his head up and down, and I don't know if he's agreeing with this or headbanging to some tune playing in his head. I mean, look at those eyes. Do they look like there's a thought behind them at all?
No, there really isn't.
I look to the side to see Olivia staring down the chips bag, looking pensive. Guess I'm not the only one that's a bit worried about the long-term plans after school compared to Liz. We got the whole year still. What about you, Damien? Don't really have a big goal set. Only reason I'm going here is because it's the closest school to our home.
I do remember that.
Damien, you know I keep telling you about planning ahead.
I know, but I like keeping my options open. So what are you doing in school? I just picked out any classes that seem interesting to me. Though I gotta say, home economics class is pretty fun. I get to make food in class and eat it too.
I wish we had had a home ec class.
Yeah, me too.
From learning skills in a class like that, you'd be the perfect husband.
Yeah! Wait, what?
What? But to get back to my point, that art contest. If I win, and get the interview. It's an insane advantage.
I'll say. Bye, Olivia. Did you submit something for the art contest?
Oh.
She looks away, slightly deflated.
No.
Really?
Did the fucking helmet just hit Damien?
No, look.
Oh. One more time.
Again, Squire.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that a lot. There's a lot of those that are the fucking best.
Lovely.
Oh crap, I might have a chance then.
Hey, Liz, that sounds a certain way.
Sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
Lydia rolls her eyes and Millie goes back to munching on her chips. Sherry Dawkins said you were really into painting, and I really liked the portrait you made of me. Whoa, she what? Her suspicious leer is now replaced by a murderous glare. Yep, lunch is the perfect time to eat my feet. I haven't actually seen any of her real work, only something she'd done out of boredom. Olivia's eyes close as she inhales deeply, the air of neutrality returning to her once she reopens them.
I just... Stop trying to be Olivia. I'm Olivia.
She looks me up and down again as though something will be different this time.
Can't.
What's that mean?
Besides, even if I could, you're gonna be looking for the best artists here, so you gotta show that to them with how good your art is. That made no sense to me. But I just don't want them to look at me and feel like they have to give me reward out of pity.
Damien's face frozen mid-bite, his sandwich losing its meat integrity by the second as his eyes flick between Olivia and I can practically hear the blaring alarm in his head as his brain catches fire trying to connect dots.
I want to be judged for my art and not...
Olivia struggles to formulate the next few words and let out a weird sigh.
It would just feel undeserved.
How? Yeah, how?
Damien!
Has that ever happened before? Do people really do that?
You weren't there for it. Some losers used to even tell me to take advantage of it.
Why not? That was a bad move.
Not gonna lie, if I was fucking paraplegic, I would fucking do that.
I know you would.
It's the easy route, man.
Dude, seriously?
Why? So I can constantly get reminded of myself. So I can separate myself from my work. So I can't separate myself from my work. So I can get complacent being worse. So I can eventually rely on it. So the playing field can be even.
That's a lot all at once. I'm not even sure I got all of that, but I definitely touched a nerve I shouldn't have. No, sorry. Olivia brushes her hair down.
Look, I don't want to get awards and praise I haven't earned. I'm seriously not that good. I really wouldn't win.
She sighs and takes a long sip of cola. Some good old-fashioned cola. Can I see some
Good
more?
old-fashioned cola. No.
She really shouldn't put herself down like that. I get it. A lot of students here are crazy good at art. Some are probably better than I ever will be. They're just starting. It's pretty scary to think about. I mean, like that landscape of the city near the principal's office. Landscape? Hold on, I took a shot of it. It's a bit tough getting my camera out now with all the books I need for class on the way. I lay out the contents of my backpack, taking my treasured DSLR out. After finding the shot in question in the menus, I turned the display towards everyone else so they could see the glamour shot.
The menus?
Freshman made that painting. Just from looking at it, I can see why it won't win first place.
I drew that.
Oh. Her name is on it, isn't it? My brain finally makes the connection with the signature on the mural. That was you?
Is it that much of a shocker to you?
Quite a bit. Yeah, it looks amazing.
I mean, it's whatever. I'd have some dumb guy help me out, so it wasn't like I was the one who did it all.
So when you say you can't enter, it's because you already won once?
Yeah, basically.
She looks away from us, eating her chips in silence. I've heard of the expression of being one's worst critic, but I'd never expected Olivia to kick herself this hard. I'm mentally kicking myself thrice over just for thinking that last part. What, something wrong, Liz? She bite her tongue or something? Why is she imitating one of those pitcher plants right now? Liz?
What's with the look, not long neck? Just surprised to see you in better spirits is all. Son of a bitch, I pressed the wrong button. You're making it weird. Don't make it weird.
Yeah, it's been ages, Olivia. To think of Randy like Inky here got you to open up like this in just 2 days. He gestures to me. What'd you do, man? The girl in question freezes. Damien's thoughtless comment having thrust her into self-awareness. Well,
Nope, and there she goes.
And she just leaves. Olivia, wait! She's gone.
Well, she did give a warning.
Yeah, I was just excited to see she was making good progress. The rest of lunch we'd spent trying to talk about Liz's art process. Damon looks like he wanted to try to bring Olivia back into the conversation, but no one had any idea where she had gone. Still, a part of me thinks she wants to talk. So why doesn't she? Sadly, a question for another time, as Olivia's departure seems to signal the end of the lunch. At least Liz and Damien waved goodbye. Leaving me to clean up all the trash from the table, including everything I'd removed from my backpack. Darn it! Photography class comes and goes. Since we're partners, the Adakan gives Ben and I the green light to walk around campus. Ben shows me around to see his prime photo spots and such, and as such, becomes my impromptu tour guide. It's actually pretty neat to see the parts of the school that I haven't explored yet until now. Places like the music hall and recreational pool were the most interesting to see. Man, I wish we had a recreational pool.
For real.
Currently at the courtyard, Ben points out the views of the outer landscapes around the school. No wonder why Ben was eager to show me these views are impeccable. But while he's explaining the image he has in his head, my mind still wanders back to Olivia. I wonder what I did to make her express herself so much. Nico? Fuck. Nico? Huh? I was asking if you'd be available sometime during the week to take photos. Oh, I'm free on Saturday. Excellent. We can meet up back here. Sounds good. As we head back to class, I begin to think if there's something I can do in history class. Back in history class, Miss Procklin continues prattling on about...
And after a final offensive that left the entire city of Triceratops destroyed, the was defeated, bringing an end to their crimes against both Dino and humankind.
The Chthonian.
The Kaladadadada.
Like Cthulhu, Chthonian?
Cthulhu?
That got your attention.
What with the Dino-Human War? With that, I can't fucking read. With that, the Dino-Human War came to an end, and peace was finally declared after 10 years of strife. Of course, there was still the matter of rebuilding and dousing all the fires still burning, as well as what to do with the bodies and...
Oh. Should probably care more about Procklin's lectures since history has extremely strong cultural connotations, but man, is it boring. Ahead of me, Olivia has returned to her default sullen, deflated thing. Gloom. She's not glaring back at me. She's so she's probably over whatever that was. She still doesn't know I'm here. Boy, will that be entertaining to see. Assuming I don't end up with a mechanical pencil jammed through a lens. The other students are similarly bored, only occasionally marking down something whenever it sounds like it'll be on the review sheet at the end of the week. There is, of course, no more note passing today. Miss Prockling's effusion yesterday must still be on their minds. There won't be any more chances given, and even though she doesn't seem threatening on her own, the consequences would be dire. Especially if she can call Solly over like her own personal enforcer. There's simply no getting around it. This is just a period we'll all have to sit through. And there isn't even any solidarity to be had in our shared misery. It's simply the reality of high school history class. The only saving grace is that she isn't stalking around the room looking for us to do something wrong. Instead, we're being lectured at. The hand mechanically copies down whatever she's written on the board. And while I should also be paying attention to what Miss Prockling is saying, I'm more than certain that we'll be reading the exact same things from our heavy textbook. So my eyes wander away from her and the board to scan over my peers, all equally as bored, feigning interest. Eventually, there's a bit of movement ahead of me. What's she up to now? Olivia folds a sheet of notebook paper back and forth, discreetly creating a deep crease. Then she licks her fingers and runs it along the crease and gently pulls. Paper rips along the seam silently. Oh, is she really risking it? She even got to gain. It's just a note passing game. Maybe she feels bad because she got caught yesterday? Oh boy. Olivia passes the note to her left. The student next to her raises an eyebrow but surprisingly takes the note. And immediately passes it on without looking at it. One by one, my classmate passed the note along to the next. Nobody dares open the note and write something in. I surreptitiously keep track of the note in the corner of my eye as it makes its circuit around the room. Thankfully, Miss Prockling's eyes are focused on the board when I feel a tap on my shoulder. I reach for my ear as if to give it a scratch, and the folded page is pushed into my waiting fingers and against my ear. As I feel an edge grind against my earlobe, I chew my lip to keep the hiss of pain contained. Probably unintentional, but a paper cut still stings bad, especially on the fleshy part.
Wow.
My fingers toy with the bundle of paper now at my desk. No one else had bothered with it, and I wouldn't exactly call it an empty canvas, but there could be potential here. There's a crumpling noise beneath my fingertips. I slipped and folded it while I was thinking. Looking at the sole doodle on the sheet, I see a pretty simple rat drawing with a very realistic hand next to it giving a thumbs up. There's plenty of space this time, and Miss Prockling is preoccupied at the front. I doubt she'd even notice. The temptation is there, making my fingers itch at finally getting a real chance to do something fun in this sleep-inducing class. In fact, I've the perfect idea in mind that'd catch Olivia's attention. That doesn't ruin everything, that is. She's not uncompassionate, but Miss Prockling has a lot less tolerance for horseplay in her class. So we probably wouldn't get another chance. I'm going by Coach Solly's one-chance policy, and how these guys aren't even considering playing along. I bet it really wouldn't be pretty. Kind of makes me concerned for Olivia. I could just hold on to the note and give it back after class. Heck, Olivia would never even know. I don't think she even knows I'm in this class.
Don't be a pussy.
So which one are you doing?
Draw, bitch.
And you're on ending one now. It's life without a bit of risk. I wait for Miss Procklin to start a new tangent to make sure I have enough time. She just said something about the single content movement. Time to move. This is going to be basically a stick figure, but it's just a doodle. If only you could doodle a photograph. I'm not sure what I mean by that. I also don't know how to draw a wheelchair. In the end, it looks more like an abstract depiction of a bow-legged T-Rex than what I intended. Oops. What do I have to do? I take it over one last time as if it had the conceptualization to improve on it. Oh well. Pass the note forwards carefully not to notify the teacher. Olivia takes the note over her shoulder once more, not checking it. She seems to deflate a bit upon opening the note. Probably because of all the blank space. Doesn't look like she recognizes whatever I did either. Maybe I should talk about it with her after class. I don't know, it seems like an okay thing to do. She just passed the note again. What?
Oh my god.
Once more, the process of students taking the note and passing it along without looking at it. Although this time it's a little more collectively annoyed. Probably won't go around again. Why the heck would Olivia send the note around again? Nobody's going to change their mind and draw something now. Is it desperation? Thoughtlessness? Whatever it is, the note's coming my way again. Once I take it, I confirm that yes, once again, nobody else wrote anything. However, there's a new doodle of a rat with a flamethrower from Olivia. Cute. Alright, this time I'll draw. How about adding myself to the sketch from the half pack? This time I just depict myself as a stick figure. No use trying to go outside my skill level for a note passing game. That's what I did earlier. Simple enough to do. I even include my sunglasses. Yeah, I'm liking this. Maybe I should also make sure Miss Brockling isn't looking my way. Yeah, she's not right now. I mean, look. Alright, time to pass this on. Pass the note forward once more. Olivia pinches the note between her two fingers, so not looking back. Keeps saying that, but I guess it's not weird. Why would you look back in that situation? She checks the note, looks a bit down again. She glances up to the corner I drawn in.
The fuck?
It was her tail. And he fell out of his seat from the sudden loud noise. There's a moment of unwavering silence before a voice speaks up.
Miss Halford?
The girl in question shrinks in her seat in embarrassment.
Sorry, Miss Brockling. I saw a spider.
Sprockling simply sighs, muttering to herself and turning her attention back to writing more notes on the board. She turns her head back slowly, just enough to be able to make eye contact with me. While she eyes me with judging contempt and curiosity, I see her hand is tenderly massaging the tip of her tail. I get the floor, I think she managed to chip the linoleum.
Oh, Jesus.
Turns around to continue teaching. Olivia scribbles something down. She turns to look at me once more, hesitating, then she flicks the note in my direction. Completely misses me. I try to catch it midair, but end up slamming my face on my desk to get it.
No. Mr. Nito, what was that noise?
Palm the note into my sleeve and strain to keep my injured eye open. Sure probably meant for the foot stomping. I found that spider, Miss Brockling.
That better be cleaned by the end of the class then, Mr. Nito.
Yes, ma'am. I breathe a sigh of relief as my excuse withers Mrs. Prockling's stare. She turns a few pages in textbook lying on her desk, instructing the class to do the same. She researches for something. She's distracted. I can finally see what Olivia drew. There is now surprisingly detailed dodgeball whizzing towards my stick figure.
God dang it.
I want to be upset, but I find myself admiring her motion lines. Seriously, she should be an animator.
Nice.
All over what to do and settle on giving the large rat sunglasses as well. A few seconds later, he looks twice as cool as before.
Hell yeah.
Olivia pondering how to get it back to her when a sinister idea comes to mind. Her hood hangs open as it rests on her back. It's a tough shot, but... Bingo. Olivia scratches at the back of her neck and finds a note. She looks back with squinted eyes, judging my intent and scanning me for play. She mouths something at me, a question I think, but I'm not the most apt lip reader, especially when said lips are thrice as long as a human's. So she unfolds the page, and seconds later, she's already added a new sketch and folded it up. The note lands neatly on my desk this time and inspect the latest edition. More rats doing decidedly non-rat activities. I wonder what
Hell
she'll
yeah.
think of a cat this time. You continue passing the sheet back and forth, adding new sketches and adding it to others. My fingers are starting to tire when Miss Brockling addresses Olivia.
Alright, Miss Halford, you may leave now. Everyone else, you may take the last 5 minutes to start on your homework.
Nira takes her time to pack away her supplies, occasionally glancing my way. Gone is the paranoia, and it's now become just plain confusion, as if I wouldn't play the doodle game thing with her. Even as she wheels out of the room, I notice her eyes still on me, and give her a wave goodbye, and she seems shocked by that, turning her head and finally passing through the doorway. Right then, homework. Crap. It only now occurs to me that there's a pretty good reason the teacher doesn't want us slacking off during class. In the last 5 minutes, I try to speed read the second chapter in its entirety. Failing to get any good information to use for today's homework, I resolved to just check online for a lecture that's not as boring. Maybe one with some good animation even. When the rest of us are finally excused, I realized that I've still got the page full of doodles. Considering all the stuff on it, I'd feel like a waste just to toss it away. I decided to keep it, zipping into one of my binder's extra plastic sleeves. With everything safely packed away, I shoulder my backpack and exit the room. Man, now I get why Olivia gets to leave some classes early. The halls are so packed and chaotic once class ends, I always end up being pushed around by rowdy students headed towards the next classes. When school ends, it's even worse. When I saw it yesterday, it was something else. The word riptide comes to mind. I ended up just waiting around for a few minutes for the float to die down. It's looking like that's just going to be my routine now. I pass by a few more art displays on my way to the stairs back down to the first floor. In the art wing, there's still a bunch of displays up. Maybe there simply isn't enough space. Something presses into my chest and lurches me to a stop. It's Olivia holding an arm out to stop me. She's still staring up at me, though less suspiciously. Jaws open, but no sound comes out. Okay. She realizes her hand is still out and retracts awkwardly, indecisively darting between her hoodie pocket and her armrest. Is she expecting something? Oh, the note, maybe. Hey,
You could have told me
Huh?
that you were in Miss Prockling's class too. Could have mentioned that.
Sorry, guess I was sort of aiming for a bit of a dramatic reveal there. She brushes her
No, Jesus, I almost dropped my phone.
Well, that's...
Well, whatever. Later, I guess.
I just stopped me out here. Stops her chair mid-turn with gray eyes contemplating the dirty floor.
I don't really get you.
Olivia's eyes turn back to me, and I can see the nervousness in her pupils.
Why do you care?
Why indeed? Well, I guess the main reason is I want to be friends.
With me, though?
Sure. Tiny movements in which I saw the gator girl hyper animate come to mind, and I can't help but smile. The small shows of her genuine feelings. I think Miss Iridakon was right, honestly. Olivia hums in disagreement, finally turning away. Crap, maybe that was too forward of me. Swing my backpack around so I can reach inside it. Still have that note.
No. What? With the doodles? From class right now? Why?
Just figured you'd want it. It was fun filling it out and all. So I'm about to pull out my binder. The gator girl looks back at me and shakes her head.
It's just doodles. You can throw it out. Keep it. Sorry, if it's so important.
For the briefest second, I swore I saw her mouth form a tiny smile.
Aww.
Now she's back to looking neutrally at... Didn't notice the school had elevators. Now more people use it. She flashes a key from her pocket, so it's part of her accommodations. Makes sense. By now the hallway is cleared up a bit. The elevator arrives and Olivia rolls in. She moves her arm to push the button and jams the key in some slot. What's the look for?
You coming?
Oh. I sighed and beside Olivia just before the door closes. Probably safe to catch your foot and just reopen, but man, this thing is ancient. There's an inspection certificate lazily plastered above the door from the side. It's covered in coffee stains and other signs of age. Is this thing really safe? Olivia shrugs.
What's the worst that could happen? Our legs break?
She eyes me with a smirk. A mistake. My heart drops as the space around me seems to drop for a split second. The sound of the worn-out elevator mechanics fills this cramped space. How slow is this thing? Like over to Olivia, she uses this thing daily. Surely it normally runs smoother. Her mouth hangs slightly open in an amused grin, watching my onset claustrophobia.
Relax, dude. This is normal.
That's you whenever we get in an elevator, dude. Alright, this is normal. This thing jostling around like it's going to drop us at any second is completely normal. When I reach the bottom, the doors clunk open and I practically fall out. Olivia
I would have fucked with you. I've been like, it never goes this slow.
Olivia casually. No, dude, I remember when I fucked up my ankle and they let me use the elevator because I couldn't climb up the stairs. One time I fucking got stuck in the elevator for like a fucking hour.
Lovely.
I had to use the stairs that day. Man, my ankle was burning when I got to the top. Olivia casually rolls from behind. Somehow I sense it's with a degree of superiority.
Anyway, see you later.
Oh, yeah. See you. Olivia rounds the corner and I'm left on my lonesome. My senses return to me and I start making my way to the metro station. Charlie, the lonesome cougar. As I make the journey home, it strikes me how much progress I've made with Olivia. It's definitely still in its awkward phase, but I can see that she's opening up a little by little. And it's starting to become amusing seeing her get confused by my friendly gestures. All in all, I get a pretty good feeling about this. Liz and Ben sure were overreacting, though. I'll be sure to tell them all about it.
You guys are pussies.
A weekend in September has come and gone, and I'm finally feeling acclimated to St. Hammond. Things have been going pretty smooth lately, if I do say so myself. Over the past week or so, I've been getting more and more used to my new friends, learning new quirks of them daily over lunch and in our classes. Like Olivia's penchant for tail whips. As I sit on the metro, I just realized something. She has a fucking, like, tail necklace thing.
Huh?
The girl.
Aw, she does. It's like a little bracelet, yeah. That's cute.
I just put full.
Oh my god.
Hold on, let me make sure that the stream will just fucking do that.
What have you done?
A little bit. It did kind of mess up a little.
What have you done, Anakin? They were younglings.
Not the younglings.
Are you trying to fix up?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Oh my gosh. It's having issues.
What have you done?
A lot. I press F instead of H. Give me a second. It's 1 pixel off. There we go. Okay, there. Fuck. God. Don't press F. Don't ever press F again. As I sit on the metro to school, my foot comes up to prod at the tender spot on my shin. I also learned not to borrow Olivia's stuff without asking. She usually tries to keep to herself even when we're partnered up, but I do my best to play nice. Not to say she's being rude or anything, just quiet. More and more I kind of figured that part of her silence was just nerves. Accepting that silent facet, I think we found some small understanding between us. Enough that I think she's starting to see me as a friend. Among other things, Damien and Liz had given me their numbers. Or rather, Damien gave me both his and Liz's numbers. At first I thought that Liz would be mad at Damien, had basically doxed her, but she didn't seem to mind when he explained his reasons. I also got Ben's number, since he figured we'd be doing a lot more STEAM projects in photography class. My eyes roll over the past messages from my new friends. I became so engrossed rereading them that I nearly missed the announcement of my stop. I scrambled to get off the metro, the closing doors just catching my jacket and forcing me to yank it out before I dragged down the tracks. Not going to let that bring my mood down though. It's Friday, meaning after today comes the weekend. It's a quick walk from the station and I can see the school enter my field of view now. The school looks completely barren. Is it closed? Weird. I look around at some of the small stores that surround the school, the ones that are usually staffed by student workers. They're also empty. One of them has lights on, but it just looks like the manager's looking over some paperwork inside. I don't recall any announcement about a holiday today, and while I admit to having forgotten what day it was in the past, I'm absolutely certain it's Friday. So where is everyone? Even the entryway to the school is barren. The door probably won't even open. Yep. Oh! I dance a bit in front of the camera watching the door. Does not respond. You know what? Damien would know what's going on. I flip through my contacts to find Damien's number. I put the phone to my ear and pray that he picks up. After a minute or so of waiting, the dial tone cuts off and is replaced by Damien's voice. Yo, what up, Nico? Hey, Damien. I'm at the school right now, and it looks like no one's there. No one's here. Know what's up? What that's about? Huh? What do you? There's a brief pause on the other end of the line. Oh! Didn't you hear? Hear what? Today's the last warm day of the season, so everyone's celebrating. Celebrating? Yeah, we're actually having a cookout at my place today. Say, you want to come over? Generous but spontaneous offer causes me to hesitate for a moment to respond. Thanks for the offer, Damien, but it's alright. I wouldn't want to intrude on your guys' party. What? It's no big deal at all, dude. My folks enjoy the company, and there's gonna be plenty to eat too. Plus, Olivia's here as well. I weigh my options. Either go to the party, or I could just take the metro back home and sit in my room doing nothing. Inky, you still there, buddy? Yeah, still here. Was just clearing my schedule. You sure it won't be an issue? Of course not, amigo. A friend of mine is a friend of the family.
Nice.
Well, alright then. Nice, I'll text you the address. See you soon, compadre. With that, the call ends, and not a few seconds later that I get a text notification.
D-man.
Hurry, look that up. Doc's Damien. I have to deal with that shit all the time when I used to live with
Neighbor doesn't chain his dog. Rude.
Dude, I would go for walks because I was bored, and then I would see the fucking... It wasn't like a tiny dog either. Like, if it was a Chihuahua or like one like Ketamono, I'd be fine. But it was a fucking Rottweiler. You would have to... If it spotted you, you would have to run, or else it would bite your ass. Like, no joke. As soon as I knew it was chasing me, I would just book it. And I was this, like, little chubby fat kid just fucking running my little chubby ass legs off trying to get home. Fucking open the gated door, slam it shut, and the dog would run into, like, right trying to bite me. It was horrid.
Sounds rough, buddy.
I copy and paste the address to my Google Maps, and...
Google.
Damien lives pretty close to the school.
I feel like we've had this conversation several times.
Of course, it's a little longer taking Damien's instructions, but I'm not about to try out running a loose dog with my physique. I'll better make my way over there then.
Making my way downtown.
611-896-1191. Here it is, 611. The house looks standard for a house in this neighborhood. It's a one-story place, but it looks pretty spacious, definitely a family house. Look at all that shrubbery, dude.
It's beautiful.
I walk up to the stone step path at the front of the house and ring the doorbell. My grocery bag wrapped around my fingers is starting to shake a bit. I could have just come right away, but it felt bad coming over empty-handed, so I got something for the party. Simple salad bowl from one of the local stores on the way over. It doesn't seem like much, but as my mom taught me, it's courteous to come to a party with something. Actually, I realized
Brought like sodas or something, bro.
And some celebration. Damien mentioning a pool, everyone else must either be wearing casual clothes or swimwear. Meanwhile, here I am looking overly formal. Not like I could have thought to bring swim trunks to school. Door swing open.
Don't you guys have a pool?
Inko! Well, man, you're crazy early. And you've come bearing gifts. But here I am. I didn't want to come empty-handed, so I stopped by the store and got a salad. Oh, you didn't have to, dude. Seriously, though, you didn't really have to. My family and I are carnivores. But thanks! Still, it's like not even 10, man. Oh, what? You didn't give me a time, so... Nah, that's my bad. Still, since you're here already, come on in. Oh, well, don't I feel silly. Damon still accepts the grocery bag and chucks it off to the side somewhere. Come on, everyone's out back right now. He turns back, making for a sliding door on the opposite end of the house. Following after, I barely have time to take in what I think is the living room and dining room. There's a number of toys strewn about, foam dart guns and loose game controllers. Damien opens the glass door and gives me a small push up out of the house. Hey everyone, we got a guest already. Stepping out onto a wooden deck, I'm surprised to see the bowling ball. To the left of me is what looks like an older, heavier set version of Damien. Oh, fuck, what can I get?
Gotta give him a dad voice.
I'll give him Hank Hill's voice.
Oh,
I don't know what voice to give him. Ah!
You became a robot. That was
I
horrifying.
was screaming. Well, howdy there. Let's just give him like a slight fucking Texan accent, I guess.
Sure.
Hello, sir. I'm Inko. Shifts the barbecue tongs from his right hand to his left so that he can shake my hand. Dude, this shirt looks fucking cool.
Right, that's a cool shirt. I like it.
Randy Payne. You can just call me Randy, though. I had the grimace as we shake hands, feeling what I'm guessing is a very sticky marinade not coming to my palm. I didn't think someone would come this early. I just finished getting the good stuff all sauced up. As soon as he lets go, he focuses back on the piles of different meats heaped onto the up next to the grill. Meanwhile, I got
Food.
some nearby napkins to wipe the sauce from my hand. Oh, what's on the menu? Let's see here. We got brisket, flanks, ribs, sirloin, tenderloin, top sirloin, bottom sirloin, rounds, and shanks. That's a lot of cow.
Oh,
All marinated.
it's an entire cow.
All marinated in my special mix of wet rub and dry rub seasonings. Oh wow, that's a lot, Randy. Me, Damien, Sophia, will be doing any shifts. If you're interested, I'll let you lend a hand too if the missus don't rope you into carrying too much around. Sure, sounds fun. I've never actually grilled before. It's not too tough, you'll see. It really isn't. It's literally making sure the food doesn't burn. That's everything that you have to do. Now that I'm here, I can finally ask Damien the questions that's been on my mind. Hey Damien, so I've been curious about this whole time. When exactly is this celebration anyway? Oh yeah, I haven't told you yet. Well, you see, before Damien can properly explain, motherly voice shuts him off.
Damien, sweetie, you shouldn't keep your baby brother waiting any longer.
The mention of the younger sibling, a tiny Damien clone jumps over the deck near the end.
He's so tiny.
Do you want to be his voice because he's a little kid?
Acid punch!
Oh god, why? Why?
Vinny! Look, bro! Just like from Power Raptors! I told you I could do it! I'm so sorry, Inko. Vincent, this is why I don't want you watching those violent shows.
And off he goes. The younger dino isn't listening. He's already running off to find another victim.
You alright?
I like the knockoff Mickey that she has on the
You're right.
Yeah, I'm fine. Was that really acid?
No. But here, you should wipe that off. Now.
I take the towel handed to me and wipe off the splotch on my pants from where Vincent had punched.
Dilophosaurus's spit only gets more acidic after they reach puberty.
Began to rub away the spittle from my pants with a bit more urgency. Thankfully, he's more me than his mother. Otherwise, you'd need a new pair of pants. Wait, that's an actual thing? Randy laughs.
So you must be Damien's new friend from school.
Indeed, I am. Damien's mom's head pops up at the side of the deck with a tired smile. Hello, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I didn't know we'd have guests so soon. I would have cleaned up more. You can just call me Sophia, dear.
Speaking of school, Damien told me that you were there. Why'd you be going there today of all days? Honestly, I didn't even realize that today's a holiday. Usually I mark them on my calendar, but it must have flown over my head. It's no worries then. It's mainly us dinos to celebrate it. Yeah, Damien told me it's a bit about it, but I'm not sure I fully understand. In that case, I'd be more than glad to clue you in. It's called Summer's End, as today marks the last warm day of the season. After this, fall and winter start rolling in. Huh, interesting. Well, this will probably make me sound stupid for asking, but how come you celebrate it? To put it simply, the cold might be manageable for warm bloods, but for us reptiles, it's no bueno. So we spend the last day soaking in the sun and enjoying the warm weather before it starts getting chilly. That makes sense. Next thing you know, everyone's wearing extra layers and putting up the heat lamps. Though it apparently used to be Ice Age levels of frigid back in my granddad's age, so I guess we can consider ourselves lucky. Otherwise, we'd be nothing but a couple of popsicles with tails for sticks. The patriarch lets out a laugh that's as infectious as his son's. He wipes a tear from his eye and goes back to flipping the meat on the grill. Anywho, we're gonna start cooking up the food, so make yourself comfortable. Thank you, sir. Me Randy. Yeah. Well, Damien's dad attends to the grill and looks to the banister overlooking the pool. Filled with a couple of aquatic toys and airfield floaties. Man, I wish my place had a pool. Well, I do have extra jeans at home. Ruining one pair wouldn't be a huge issue. Now, on second thought, it'd be really annoying to deal with drying off and going home. I wonder how deep. Ah!
Ah! The hell are you doing here?
I was invited! Focus on her face, not the other things.
Oh.
What the heck are you doing here?
I live here, moron.
Crap, right. Damon even told me on the way.
Anyways. No, really. Why are you here?
Nobody was at school when I got there.
Huh?
Yeah, check the doors and everything.
They announced the holiday yesterday in homeroom, didn't you hear?
That's what Liz said over the PA yesterday? I thought that was the school's anthem or something. No wonder everyone was standing as I saluted. Must have not been paying attention. But yeah, I asked Damien what's up. He said there's some event going on and invited me. This sinks a bit into the water, actually. Stupid question, but you really okay to swim? There's that glare again.
Of course, why wouldn't I be? Because your fucking legs don't work, bitch.
Well, thankfully she gets what I'm saying. Sorry? She simply rolls her eyes.
I like it in the water.
I kind of wish I knew about all this earlier. I brought my trunks.
Ew, no. I'm not sharing my pool with you.
What? Why not? Instead of answering me verbally, Olivia tail whips up some water at me like a large wave. Yo, Inko, come check this out. Olivia takes the opportunity to slink back into the water. I think she's doing a weird version of the dead man's float. Hold on, give me 1 second. I just gotta... Okay, it's already enabled. Good.
Huh?
Well, whatever. What's Damien yelling about? Yeah, Damien? Well, first, my little bro has something to say to you.
Sorry for giving you acid punch, Inky.
Looks like he taught his younger sibling about my nickname, too. That's alright,
Vinny!
Then he extends his hands for a handshake, though it's obscured by his sleeves.
Oh.
Secondly, we need a few chairs out here. We got some folding ones, but also some from the kitchen. Got it. They're cheap wood, not real heavy at all. After the chairs, we can do the table together. I'll be pissed if that got dropped. Why? It's the only one we got. And after everything we can play something fun, okay, little man? Lindsay grins and bolts back towards the house. Damon chuckles and we both follow after the kid. Ah! Table drops a few inches. We're able to lift it with a hard crash back onto the tile. Beware of cracks, but the floor is already pretty shattered around here from the years. This table must actually be the gold storage, and it's just painted to look like wood. It's the only explanation. We catch our breaths and give our straightened muscles a moment to relax.
Oh, why can't Olivia help us? She's super strong.
Olivia's enjoying herself in the pool, bro. We don't want to ruin her time.
Her chair thing has wheels. We can use that. He's contemplating.
I think it might be a bit small.
No fair. She's gonna go to her room soon. Why can't she help?
Hey, come on, not in front of the guests, yeah?
True though.
Don't know that. Come on. The Damien mini me pouts. I think I got a better grip on the table now. Let's try one more time. Okay, I'm ready. 1, 2. Wait. Huh?
What's up?
Oh! Mom must have been talking about the plastic table in the garage, not the dining room table.
Oh my fucking god. You're right.
What? Guess we gotta haul this thing back into the dining room, fellas.
Oh my god.
Yay! After getting the suspiciously heavy table back inside, Damien and I carry the much lighter plastic one out the door. As I catch my breath, I notice the younger dinosaur is gone. Maybe he ran off to do something else.
Go outside, Zuzu.
Either way, I guess now's the time to ask.
You wanna go outside?
Hey, Damien. Yeah? What was that about Olivia going to her room? Huh? Oh, sorry, yeah, an awkward silence fills the room for a few moments. It's just... she doesn't really stick around for family events like this. Is all regular introvert stuff, you know. It's no big deal. Your parents are okay with that? Why wouldn't they be? She's her own person. Right. Usually makes appearances for food, though. Hey, speaking of food, you want to go check on the girl? Why? There's no way the food is done by now. I know. I just like the smell. I need water.
Go outside, boys.
All right.
Go outside. The door's open.
Sweet. Let's go.
No? They just stare at me like, Mother, you must open the door.
As we make our way over to where Damien's dad is manning the girl, catch a whiff of the spices and marinades apply to all meats. Sophia is accompanying him, helping place the meat on the grill. How's it coming along, Pops? Making any how I like 'em? You know it, son? How we looking for your sales? Steps aside and lets us gaze at the variety of barbecue sets over the flames. The smell of it cooking and the symphonic sizzling of sound has my mouth watering in seconds. Good, right? I'll say. Nanda uses a pair of tongs to grab a piece of steak that looks halfway cooked. The secret is that you gotta let the babies have some time getting seared on each side. That way it really hones in the flick. Splat. Whoops! There's a bout of silence between everyone as we all stare down at the piece of meat on the floor.
No!
It's not too ruined. Hey, Olivia, you want it? A pair of eyes appear over the edge of the pool.
Oh, sure, toss it in.
What's this now? And proceeds to chunk the steaks right into the water as one would do with chum to attract fish.
God.
Jeez. Anywho, since you're our first guest and go, get the honor of getting choice picks. Which one you want? Oh, I don't want to oppose or anything. Ah, nonsense. Besides, better to get in your picks now before the other guests are out later. Hey, think of it as payback for all the soda and chips you've been getting us.
Come again.
Well, I guess a burger is more convenient. I don't get to attend a family barbecue every day.
Excellent choice, Inko. Want it rare, medium rare, well done. Why is there a pause? What's happening?
There you go for the rare. Damien licks his lips as he says that. Rare? What the heck? Oh, carnivore's right. I'm pretty sure a raw burger would kill me. I'll take my burger well done.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure you want ketchup with it too, huh? Come on, Damien. One well done burger coming right up. Yeah, I'm not going to take any chances. Just
what the
saying, you're
fuck is
missing
wrong
out,
with
Nico. I'm pretty sure your mother was just messing with him. We'd never served that sort of thing to a guest. There's no way we could afford the suit. Mr. Randy lets out a hearty guffaw as he lefts the burgers on this grill.
Oh.
It's all right, son. Though it may not look like it, La Cadera has its share of humans. From what I know, you guys can eat about anything, right? Raw meat aside. I mean, yeah, I guess. Must be nice to be able to just grab whatever's on sale at the market. Meat prices these days are getting pretty crazy. I've seen some of that synthetic meat around that might be cheaper. Why not try it out?
The fucking music.
So you must be wondering how I got here.
It just cuts to him hanging on a fucking.
They fucking crucify him. Even the grill. It's like, I don't want that synthetic meat on me. Sorry.
How dareth you?
There's one taboo assembled into head first. Noted. I better change the subject before things getting more awkward. So, hey, Damien. Been curious this whole time. What exactly is the Summer's End celebration anyway?
Didn't we
Didn't
go
I
over this
tell
like
you
3 times?
Earlier? It's the last warm day of the year or whatever. Yeah, I get that part, but why is it a holiday? Actually, I don't really remember either. Guess I should have been paying more attention at school. It's a bit concerning he doesn't know this much about his own culture he's currently celebrating. Actually, he probably doesn't even need a reason. Why would you? It's just the last warm day of the year, an excuse to get together for get-togethers is fine in my book. The kid flumps down hard in the grass in the way only children can without shattering something.
And we don't gotta go to school. It's nice and warm, and we get to eat real good. I think those Mayans had the right idea. What?
The Mayans, yeah.
Vinny.
Mayans, yeah. Hey, Nico, are you a Alright, it's about ready. It's about time the guest showed up too, isn't
Have you seen him? He's definitely a virgin.
it?
They'll be here any minute. Oh, Olivia.
Across the yard, Olivia contentedly drifted to the middle of the pool. Though a look came across her face upon hearing Damien's mom, and she began paddling toward the raised deck.
Are you going in so soon? Yeah. Are you sure you don't want to wait until the others get here?
Yeah, wait till the food's ready so we can all eat together.
I'd rather not. I just have a lot of art stuff I have to do. Sorry.
Damien's little brother steps out from the small deck.
But you said we'd play sometime today.
She tries to back her uncertain tone up with a shaky smile.
Maybe later, Vinny. Have fun?
She lifts herself from the pool and kneels atop her chair. Confused as how her legs work, but my guess is that perhaps they only do above the knees. Turning about, her hands carefully set her feet down on the chair's footrests. Fully settled into the chair, Olivia rolls herself to the sliding back door of the house.
I think the table is just about set. Now we really are just waiting for the others. Damien, has your friend texted you at all?
Yeah, Liz said she'd be here about now. Oh, it's Liz. Nice. Just bring your uncle too. Oh snap, that's nice. I'll bust out the brewskis then. In fact... Damien shields his eyes and looks upward behind me. I turn too, but at this angle I can't see anything. Yeah, they're in the front yard. I'll go get them. Damien rushes through the back door into the house. A moment later, he emerges again as if to show off the new guests.
Come on, don't make it weird. Hi, everyone. Oh, Inko, you're here too.
Yeah, I got roped in.
Neat. Come on, Uncle Mike, through here.
Hey, no, I'm not that old. Giant finger lumbers.
Whoa.
That is not what I told him to get. Hey, Michael. Randy, how have you been? The two pat each other's backs and give a firm handshake. Doing good, doing good. How about yourself? What's with the ridiculous getup? Is it Mardi Gras? No, nothing like that. I've just been trying to relate a bit more to the younger generation recently. It seems we're just too different these days and all. Oh, come on.
I mean, he's
that's
trying.
A fucking gold chain. He said a gold chain. He did not say a rapper's chain.
I mean, it's gold. He tried.
At least it's gold, I guess. If he took this thing off, maybe it would look better. But I think he's just he's too bulky for a gold chain that big.
Yeah, it needs to hang a little looser, I think.
Yeah, because right now it looks like he has a choker that's just made of gold.
Yeah.
Then he sees me. Huh. Mr. Ferris? You know him? Yeah, we've met. He takes the same train as me. He's been helping me out. Recommended I try this chain out. This jerks her head furiously. I'm gonna get it later. Oh god, really regretting the handshake now. Think he popped all the bones at once.
Oh.
I don't know if this will pick up on the thing, but
No, it does not.
food will be ready soon. Your turn on the grill. Oh, don't worry, kid. All you gotta do is keep an eye on the meat and make sure they don't catch on fire. Damien's father leaves after I nod. The rest too, heading to where Damien, Vinny, and I had just set the chairs and table. I turn to the grill with a grimace. I swallow my nerves and take up the tongs. Right, nothing to worry about. Okay, nothing bad so far.
Hey.
Ah! Oh. Sorry. Hey, Liz. What are you doing here?
Oh, everyone else is talking about Randy's cooking, and I figure I'd see what's on the menu. What do you think I'm doing? Why on earth are you getting my uncle to dress like he's going to be in a music video?
He asked for help!
You thought that was good help?
Yes, he just didn't take it right. Across the yard, Vinny's jumping at the shiny object. Mr. Ferris caves and lends it to him. See? Problem solved. Ignoring Vinny, now strutting around like a gangster.
Oh man, whatever. What's actually cooking?
Motion of the silver tray is spread out next to the grill. It's a lot of meat. Actually, aren't you a herbivore, Liz?
I am, but I think Damien thought ahead for me.
Wait, wasn't that the salad I bought?
I knew he wouldn't forget about me like that. Yeah. Anyway, is Olivia out here?
She was just in the pool. Decided to go inside. This head is still for a moment, as if she's in thought. Apparently it's a common thing with her.
Yeah. I was hoping she'd have stuck around for once.
So she does this often?
Every time Damien's folks throw a party, she always slips away into her room. And I sometimes see her at the window.
Her eyes motion to turn and look at a particular window. You can't really see from this angle. How would now be any different then? This shoots me a knowing look. What?
Well, I figured she was opening up to you a little.
I mean, I guess to some degree. Not like I have any frame of reference. Best I can kind of talk to Olivia now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's right. What, did you just hit me?
No.
Then what? Oh god! Spinning around, I
Oh
see
my
that
God.
something that's on fire. I grab whatever it is and the tongs and flail around, hoping the air would put it out. It works well enough, but it's pretty burnt.
Well, that one's a lost cause.
I give the piece of charcoal a careful look, and yeah, it doesn't look edible in the least. I put it to the side and turn back to face Liz. Anyway, what were you saying about Olivia opening up?
Yeah, it's strange, but also good. Certainly a bit surreal after all this time.
That's out of side insurance.
Well, it's a shame, but it is what it is. Anyway, I want to go catch up with the others. See you around.
Liz returns to
Whee!
the rest of the gathering, leaving me alone with the girl once again. Burnt piece of meat aside, the rest of the food is looking good. Still, I'm not exactly the best grill master. Not like it matters too much to Damien's folks, whether food's actually cooked or not. It's purely an aesthetic matter. A couple more flips and the meat is brown and sizzling, which is good enough in my books. We put them along with the other finished pieces. I think I'm about done with my shift. Damien's turn was next. He's just going to be wrapping up these last few things. It doesn't take me long to spot him chatting Liz, who's enraptured with whatever guaranteed high concept discussion they're having. Hey Damien! Damien's frilled things perk up a bit as he turns around to face me. You turn on the grill. Alright, you got it, hombre. He waves Liz over and takes his firm hold of the spatula. Okay, time to get some more. He suddenly pauses, his eyes fall upon the hard remains of the once juicy and savory piece of meat. He picks up the piece of meat and inspects it before chomping down on it with a single bite. Okay, I'll finish cooking the last pieces, Inky. If you'd be an awesome dude, can you start serving the others? It's ready to chow on? I give Damien a nod and grab the tray of cooked meat. Take the tray over to the eagerly awaiting crowd. With all the care to be expected from someone surrounded by a very hungry, meat-eating styream. Upon seeing the platter of delectable and edible flesh, stop whatever they are doing and begin together at the table. And then I said, well, it's 'cause you look like a student yourself, miss. Ha! Oh, that's rich coming from you.
It's finally here, Vincent. Now remember your manners. Hopefully with my salad, too.
Seems like everyone's having a pretty good time with their meal. I even eat the ones that I cooked, even though I can see Damien's little brother making a slight face of disgust. Still winds up choking on the meat anyway. All in all, I'm pretty satisfied with how my cooking turned out. I take a seat next to Damien and Liz and prepare my meal before I dig in. Gotta go with the tried and true ketchup and nothing more. God, he's such a basic.
At least I'm not that bad.
He's such a basic bitch. With my burger prepared, I go in for my first bite. Got to say, Damien's dad did a great job with the patty. So what are you thinking, Go? What the fuck? Where did my fucking voice go? Give a thumbs up and smile as best as I can with a full mouth. The elder dinosaur gives me a toothy, sauce-stained grin in return. You can see where Damien gets to that toothy grin of his. Savoring the well-cooked meat patty and buns with each bite, I slowly lose myself in the party's mood. Though I feel more ancillary from it, seeing the adults lost in work talk while Damien and Liz are handling the excitable Vinny. Humming around a mouthful of burger, my eyes wander. The entire yard is smaller than mine, and there are tons of toys scattered in the low-cut grass. Not too many plants either, just the grass and a couple of shrubs running alongside the fence. The word quaint comes to mind. I mean intimate. You can picture the kinds of events that happen back here. I shake my head, clearing my photographer's mind away. It's Damien's place, private property, and I have to ask before I do anything camera-related. Thinking about it, though, I do have my camera securely stored in my backpack inside the home. Part of me considers grabbing it, and as I look back toward the house, I spy a certain someone at their window. Olivia leers out across the yard, just too far away to tell what exactly she's staring at. That must be her room, then. The gaze shifts a bit. I still can't see what she's looking at, but it is in my direction, or Demon. He's sitting next to me. Carefully trace where her eyes are focused, leaning inside and slowly coming to the plate in my hand. Checking back, she's laser focused on something, I wonder. I slowly lift the plate up and Olivia's head tilts upward with it. I lower it and her head tilts downward. Part of me wants to test this further, except that that'd be a real waste of food. Whatever illusion she was under shattered with a shake of her head. I can hear Olivia's annoyed growl from here as she turns her snout up at me and returns to whatever it is she was doing. So if she does want some, why not come out? Well, I'm sure nobody would mind if I brought a plate in and left it. Besides, my fingers are sticky from all the finger food, to the point where they stick to my paper plate. It's actually kind of gross. Now I remember why I avoid it normally. Ungluing my fingers from the plate, David's mother notices my plight.
You can use the kitchen sink for that, Inko. Or the pool!
My thoroughly marinated fingers into the pool. Just seems like a future issue for whoever has to clean it up later. Thank you, ma'am. I think I'll use the sink. Damien's already gotten up for a third, so there's plenty. I load up a new paper plate with steak and whatever remains of the ribs and discreetly head inside. Thankfully, the sliding door is partially open, just enough so that I can use my foot to push it the rest of the way open. There's a coffee table in the living room. That's as good a place as any. And the kitchen's right there. I'll just rinse my hands off a bit. Making liberal use of the dish soap, I start scrubbing my hands thoroughly. While I feel a stickiness start to unstick itself, I look out the window. Damien's parents seem to be focused on Vinny, but Damien is still shooting looks to the left. The hyperactive hybrid shoots up from his seat, disappearing from view. I wonder where he... Dang, close to all in all. If he's serious about washing his hands in the pool. And I could have gone for a dip myself. The AC in here makes a huge difference. It must be 90 degrees out today. There's plenty of soda, so I'm not in danger of dehydration at least. Jeez, I'm only noticing just how warm I still am from stepping inside. I'm surprised there's no steam rising for me. It's a little red too. Good thing I didn't bring any sunscreen.
Oh.
Crap. It's not that bad yet.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe the pains have some sunscreen around. No, they're reptiles. I didn't have any.
Oop.
Maybe I'll just have to deal with it. Knuckles start hurting from being wrung so much. The smell isn't gone yet, though. Anyway, should be clean enough to... Both of us are frozen still, locked in the staring contest. The steak shoved in her mouth, she stares like a deer caught in headlights. Back on the plate in her lap and grips the sides of her sleeves. It takes me a moment to collect myself to muster up some conversation. Yeah, your delivery came in. You want a soda with that? Joke goes and laughed at. I tried.
Me as well. Need to get to the fridge.
Oh, sorry. I stepped to the side to give Olivia enough space. She rolls herself over to the fridge, opens it up, and rummages through. We exchange a few awkward glances to the point that it's palpable in the air. So, what are you doing?
Getting a soda.
The kid's taking your spot in the swimming pool.
It's fine. Just gonna crash in my room.
And there's still a party going on inside?
Busy with art stuff.
Stuffing the soda can in her coat pocket, Olivia redirects herself and with a flick, her tail closes the fridge shut. But what
Cool
about the
trick.
party?
And what about it?
Still going on.
And look, I've got stuff to work on.
Even though it's a holiday, it seems like the perfect time to get together with friends and family, and
I'm not their family, if you haven't noticed. And I'm not going to be here for much longer.
that's a new look from her. Because of what I said. Olivia?
What?
There's a couple different things dancing atop my tongue that I wish to say. Some would be too intrusive, especially after what she just said. One, however, sticks out the most. Especially after she had brought up working on it. I generally want to see Olivia's process. Would you, mind some company?
What?
Seems pretty empty in the house. You'd be by your lonesome, so maybe it'd be nice to hang out. Plus, I've been wanting to see your art for a while. Especially as I recall her freshman piece that's displayed right next to the principal's office. I'll even show you some of my stuff. I have my portfolio drive in my backpack after all. I have to hold back my laugh as a silly strangled noise of surprised confusion escapes her mouth. Is that an okay then?
No. It's just... I don't want anyone else in my room.
Then how about in the living room? I motion at the well-loved couch nearby. She hums in thought for a moment.
You really that interested?
Yeah. Been wanting to see your work ever since I found out that the cityscape piece in the gala was yours. Olivia clutches her hands together tightly.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. If you're so interested, you can watch.
She wheels herself back towards the shut door.
Need to get my stuff set up, though.
Sure, I'll be here on the couch. I kind of feel bad for missing out on the party too, but I doubt I'll ever get another chance like this. Olivia returns with a small easel, already set up with a half-finished painting. She takes a moment to shift herself from the wheelchair to the end of the couch right next to me. She's pretty close to me. I can feel her thigh barely brush against mine, but I'll try to play it no mind. The painting looks like a bust of a nondescript dino guy. Although with how vibrant these guys are, it could easily be a portrait of someone specific.
This isn't that good.
She rips the page off and crumples it in her hands, starting over then.
Uninterrupt.
Takes a deep breath. Paintbrush and clears the canvas slowly and gracefully, although it's clear her nerves are getting to her.
Okay. Wait.
Olivia looks down for a moment before she jerks her head back up, her face getting a reddish hue.
Dude, why'd you scooch so close to me?
I didn't? You're the one who sat next to me.
Oh.
She looks away for a moment, realizing how over the top her reaction was.
Hmm.
Olivia then does a double take at me, her brows furrowing.
What's wrong with your skin?
I was born like this?
Shut up, that's not... You know what? Yes, it is. But I mean, it's red.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm sunburned. As I look over the red splotch on my arm, Olivia raises a hand and touches it. Ow! Why?
Jeez, that really hurts.
Yeah, it does. Didn't think to get sunscreen on the way over. There wouldn't happen to be any here, right? Point taken.
But some of those spiky plants outside, I'll lose something, I think. Snap a leaf off. Miss... No, Mrs. Payne won't care, probably.
I think I've heard something about that plant before, yeah. Alright, guess I'll give it a shot. I get up and head back out the front door. Lo and behold, there were in fact a number of those spiky plants around. I walk up to the nearest one and carefully grab the leaf from the spot with the dull spikes. Bends and snaps off pretty easily. And this looks about good enough to eat, but it would probably taste awful.
Oh, yeah, no, that shit tastes gross.
Is it really good for curing sunburned skin? Back inside, Olivia started painting again. She gazes intently at the page, and the plate of food I brought in had been cleaned. Olivia holds one last rib in her mouth like a cigarette and waggles up and down between her teeth.
I wish they had drawn that.
Huh?
I wish they had drawn that part.
She crunches the bone in the two and swallows the last of it whole. I wish I could eat bones like that. I bring up the aloe leaf. That's it? She nods and extends a hand to grab it. I hand her the thick leaf and she extends a single claw. When she catches the edge of the skin, she makes quick work of peeling the husk off. Do that often?
Not me. Sophia uses it a lot to make smoothies for the family and healing salves for Vinny. They're really pretty, too.
Olivia blinks, coughs, and grimaces.
To, paint. I mean,
Natural, homemade healing recipe, huh? I'll have to ask for that later. It could come in handy down the line. I move to remove my jacket so the aloe can be applied properly. But I don't get far before I notice Olivia's face turning a dark shade again.
no. No need to remove your jacket. Just roll up your sleeves and put put the jelly on your neck.
She hands me a now exposed aloe jelly, all the while doing her best to not lock eyes with me. After rolling up my sleeves, I scoop out a dollop on the opaque substances. God, I just realized when I played this the first time, I didn't understand any of what was going on, but I think she's like not flirting, but she's getting flustered by him, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first time I was just like, why is she acting so weird? God, I'm dense. Okay. After rolling up my sleeves, I scoop out a dollop of the opaque substances. The feeling of relief hits me the moment I spread it across my neck. Man, this feels good.
I miss having aloe plants that I could just fucking put in the freezer.
I started applying more to my nose, cheeks, and most importantly, the top of my head. As I do, I watch Olivia continue her painting, taking extra attention to her brush strokes. The way she moves it down the canvas with such smoothness and gentleness shows her level of concentration. Not too rushed, but also not overly focused on the art either. Using the last of the aloe to cover my arms, I'm fully covered in the rudimentary remedy. I take a second to throw the husks away in the kitchen trash, catching a glimpse of the party outside. Everyone looks like they're having a good time out there, except for Mrs. Sophia, who currently trying to chase a very soaked Vinny with a towel. Back on the couch, Olivia's painting is starting to take a more defined shape. Unlike the cityscape piece, however, it looks more organic. She continues to paint in silence, occasionally doing a quick glance at me to see if I'm still watching. I don't want to poke at Olivia for no reason, but this might just be my only chance to ask. Hey, Olivia. Your family, the Paynes, they seem like a lively bunch.
What's that supposed to mean?
Like, I knew Damien was eccentric, but I can see he gets it from the rest of your family.
First of all, the Paynes are my godparents. Secondly, yeah, they are.
So, how long have you known them for? Olivia pauses for a moment with brushstroke, but then continues.
Practically my whole life. Damien and I have known each other since we were carpet crocs.
Like Rugrats.
Yeah, I get that, but... And his parents have known my dad since, well, forever. Since before we were even neighbors.
Friends of the family?
Pretty much. The whole reason why I'm living with them.
Her muzzle clamps shut.
Forget what I just said.
The words were spoken with a tone tinged bitter with something. A tone I felt very familiar with whenever my own family was brought up.
Oh.
Sure. The only sounds left now are her brush strokes on the canvas. My focus turns back to the patch of blotchy red and pale acrylic oil slowly forming across the white expanse. Occasionally, Olivia's gray eyes would glance my way before going back to her work. Compared to the more rapid pace of time-lapse art videos I had viewed, she was more deliberate with each of her movements. Pretty obvious since most of those were done digitally, another thing I'd not considered. Still staring at the painting in progress itself, there's something uncanny about it. It's now more formed, definitely looking like something. Cupping my chin with one hand in contemplation, I use the other to try and trace out the peachy pale and vibrant red colors. Olivia looks back at me, a glint of something shines through her eyes.
Hold that pose now.
Hey, how long have you been using me as your layman doll? Her hand fails to cover up the snort that comes from her nose, followed by a gremlin-like cackle.
Consider it the price to see my process.
I want a refund.
Nope.
Looking again, and slowly becoming an oil dust in my burnt face.
Like looking in a mirror.
Can't you at least get me a good angle?
Nope.
Turning back to the mural, Olivia starts adding in a blotch of cream by my head. A sigh escapes my lips.
Hey, I said stay still.
Why? I'm not that red. Another high-pitched giggle comes out of Olivia.
Huh. Called artistic license.
Well, it needs to be renewed. Despite being the butt of her joke, I found myself smiling. Must be the new sounds from her. It's the first time I think I've seen her happy outside of a doctor's class. And yeah, that laugh is kind of infectious. Silence returns, though. The mood feels much lighter now. I feel so stiff right now. I don't know how long I've been holding this pose now. I had to guess from the sunlight filtering into the house, it's at least been an hour. The real dim melanoma was almost done, and I was staring back at me with the most intense eyes. Olivia's attention was left on one final detail, the hand holding my chin. Thankful she'd finished the sunglasses first because the reflected light on the sliding back door had been searing my retina. Olivia.
Hush.
She turns her head, focuses entirely on the hand held by my ear. Pupils moving rapidly to try and take in every last detail. Her fingers twitch as her hand hovers over the painted hand. Her eyes are now shifting between my hand and my eyes. Her hand is now quaking and growing redness suffuse her face. The more she looks towards my eyes, the more her arms shake and face brightens. Finally, she turns away from me entirely, bringing both of her arms with her and away from the canvas and me and the canvas.
Okay.
Okay. Cheeks puff out as she exhales her held breath.
Okay.
Finally, she turns her cherry red face to the canvas and inspects the near complete portrait.
Nice.
I've never seen this, because when I played it when the demo came out, it wasn't this detailed.
Oh.
This looks so good, though.
I'll come back to this later.
Can I...
Yeah. You can drop your hand now.
Finally. I lay back on the couch, feeling my spinal cord pop in rapid succession.
You said your hand.
Can't. Attempt to stretch my arm in front of me, and because of the stiffened muscles, my forearm is pulled backward in the face. I repeat the motion several times, the movement helping to ease the muscle until finally my arm doesn't feel spring-loaded. While I was busy trying to fix my arm, Olivia was packing up the canvas.
That's about it. You can go join the others or whatever.
She drags the canvas easel and acrylic tubes back to her room. I wonder if she'll keep that one. And I wonder if she'll stay in her room again. Been inside for a while, and I don't think anyone outside has noticed we've been gone. Vinny and Damien seem to accept that Olivia would stay inside, but... Wait! Caught her off, a bit off guard.
The second one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, convince Olivia why her family needs her out there. Maybe it wouldn't hurt if you took a break and went outside just for a few minutes.
What?
I mean, it could help you decompress.
If this is you trying to get me to join the party, it isn't working.
I don't mean it like that.
Then what?
Look,
Look, Inko. Mr. and Miss Payne already have Damien and Vinny to handle. Meanwhile, I'm just extra weight for them to carry.
seems a bit harsh.
And it's like I said, soon enough I'll be out of the house and out of their hair. Most I can do for them at this point is not be in the way.
And it was every argument she had. They're the kind of arguments that come from desperation and guilt to convince herself it's the good of everybody. But doesn't she see that pushing them away just makes it worse? They willingly have her here because they love her, and she tries to remove herself. Anyone would be lucky to come home to a family like this, and no amount of wealth could substitute the kind of emotional support they offer her. They're doing their best to take care of you, Olivia. Damien's always by your side, Vinny seems like a nice little brother, and both Mr. and Mrs. Payne have your best interests at heart. She's not making eye contact anymore, but she's listening intently. This is all stuff she knows already. Wouldn't you want to reciprocate their affection? It's the least you can do.
Why the hell are you telling me about my own family and friends like you know me better? Like you know better?
least I tried.
Wait. I'll go.
Really?
Thought about it. You're right. If it'll make him happy, I guess I'll try.
There's a twinge of shame in her voice, but that's to be expected after an internal struggle. I'm glad you came around. The back door squeaks back open. Even this, with sunglasses, I wince at the sudden brightness. I take a step out and stretch my back, working out the last bit of stiffness from my shoulders. Olivia still waits at the threshold of the door. What are you waiting for? A curtain call? The grin, I draw the sliding door even wider and with a beckoning wave attempt to usher Olivia out, as if I were her personal attendant.
Cut that out. Don't make it weird.
Despite her words, her tone is more humored than annoyed with me. Relax, nobody was even looking. But it looks like there's definitely no more food left.
About right.
As Olivia rolls down a small wooden ramp I hadn't noticed, we catch Damien on the bottom step. Olivia? The table, heads turned towards us, looks of surprise etched on the faces of most of them. Instead of answering him verbally, Olivia's hand comes up in a nervous wave. The rest of the party resumes their prior discussions, although maybe a bit livelier than before. Hey, cool to see you out here again! Hey Damien, what are you all the way over here for? Can't stand to be by Liz's uncle when he's eating. Got those fibrous teeth. Ugh. Like blue whales have? Yeah, freaks me out.
His dentist must make a fortune.
Yeah. Hey, Olivia, what are you doing back out here? Forget something?
Well, I just thought it'd be good to enjoy the weather while it lasts.
He's pogging. Damien picks up with his frills undulating.
No, Damien, stop that.
Olivia quivers as Damien's grin grows wider and the frills start moving faster.
Oh god. Ew, stop it.
Even I'm getting unnerved by how those things move.
I wanna see.
They're
Damien!
It's probably like when you're like they're moving in waves, so they're like going up and down.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Sorry, you know these things got a mind of their own. Finally, those weird flaps still. Dude, you were just complaining about Mr. Ferris and his teeth.
At least he can keep his mouth shut.
Hey, I could always wear a beanie.
No, you can't. Remember the last time you tried?
Both Damien and Olivia share a laugh over some event they're privy to. When they finish, Damien asks the million-dollar question. So, are you going to join in, or... She turns her head my way, and I give her a supportive thumbs up.
Yeah.
Damien finally stands from the step, and we all start heading for the table. Each party goer greets us when we approach. The loudest from...
Yeah.
You cut out.
Hey. You finally came to play again!
The rambunctious boy hoots and hollers as he bounces and circles around her. Olivia huddles her arms and looks aside in my direction, filling the stairs from the table. I give her a reassuring thumbs up. Actually, this is perfect. Thank you, Vinny. Something Olivia is able to give when she was so worried about just taking. I hope she goes for it.
I'm a little tired, Vinny. What? No! Come on, Livy, you promised we'd play today! Like old times! Please! Oh. Alright, you win. I did promise. Wanna play cannon then? Yeah! Cannon!
It's like baby toss.
Baby toss! Gonna do that to you, Pazuzu. I'm gonna baby toss you. Alright then, ready? Round loaded! Fire!
Oh god, this is a bad idea. Whistle.
Randy!
Relax, Soph. Vinny's still young.
Michael! Vinny, be careful! Okay, Mom!
Ooh, have you gotten stronger, Olivia?
No, shut up. Anyway... Can we do it again, Livy?
Olivia smiles and pats his head. It's weird seeing it, but as she readies Vincent for another lunch, the Gator Girl has a bright, toothy smile I never thought she had.
Mr. Payne? Woo!
Alright, I get it. Vincent!
Yeah, Dad?
No more cannon today. Olivia and Vincent share a disappointed look. Now, there's a lot more things you two can do. Vincent perks up and immediately rushes off.
I know!
Olivia turns back to the rest of the group with an uneasy smile. Mrs. Payne steps forward, her hands held up and wavering.
Olivia? Hi, Auntie.
Miss Payne and her husband approach, both with nervous smiles. When she speaks, it's with a certain restraint, holding her excitement back, as though worried if it showed too much, she'll change their mind and go back in.
I didn't miss much, right? I'm so glad you came out, dear.
The older woman kneels in front of her and wraps her arms around Olivia. Hey, it's been too long, Lilies. Andy's hand ruffles her hair while his other arm also encircles both Olivia and Sophia, and while Olivia does her best to avoid his palm, I can see the tiny smile on her face. Time seemed to pick up speed after Olivia had come out. Damien and his father returned to the grill, managing to prep and cook a final serving of meaty goodness for an early dinner. I decided I could go for seconds and get a few scraps of this and that. I nearly dropped my food when I get a rough pat on the shoulder from behind. It's Mr. Payne. He looks down at me with a thankful smile. Mrs. Payne and Mr. Ferris had continued their conversation until Mr. Ferris' throat ran dry, and the rest of us had to contend with a hyperactive child with an armory of foam dart guns. I felt bad for Liz. She'd become a one-woman shooting gallery for the boy, and Olivia, and me, and Damien, but at least he looked all apologetic about it. Well, now things are winding down. Food is officially all gone, and everyone is exhausted physically and mentally, and yet thoroughly satisfied emotionally. Olivia pads by me, having returned to the pool to cool down and stretch out.
Oh, hello. She got freckles everywhere, damn.
There was just one last thing to really cap this off. Okay, everyone. That fucking I hate when he has this
His
fucking
actually face.
Actually.
Aww.
I hollered to everyone currently on the deck grouped up nicely for me. Looking through the viewfinder of my propped up camera, I adjust the focus to ensure everyone is captured perfectly in the shot. Alright, on 3, give me your biggest smiles. 1. Wait! Olivia turns away from the camera, looking toward Damien. The grin Damien waves for me. Dude, you gotta be in this too! There's nods and words of agreement from everyone. Well, it's been a while since I've used this mode, so why not? Setting the time delay, along with the sports mode, I'm sure with 10 rapid succession shots, at least one of them will be perfect. And I can always do some post-production on it too. Ensuring that the focus is still fine, I click the shutter button and keep the count in mind. 30, 29, 28. At 13, I've settled myself next to Damien and above Olivia. Alright, 9, 8, 7. Feel something wrap around my ankle and press against my back on my back on 4. 3, 2, 1. Ah! The camera flash goes off 10 times as I am pushed over by Damien and pulled into the pool by Olivia.
Do they share the brain cell like I do?
Like you and your brother, yes.
Lovely.
I think that is a perfect time to just. We're good to end the stream today.
Yeah, I think we're done. I'm so sorry.
That's a good one right there for sure.
That was nice. I liked that.
How do you feel about this so far? About Olivia and all of them?
She a sad girl.
Yeah, she reminds me of you when you were in high school. Much more than with Fang.
You keep saying that. Stop it.
Oh, it's true. You used to. I remember when I would go to your birthday parties, I would try to hang out with you, but you would hide in your room with your friends, and I would be like, I don't know if I can hang out with you. Because it was just all girls in there, and I'm just like, what should I do here?
It's okay. Girls are lame. I see that now. Alright. We can stream more on Thursday.
Yeah, and this time hopefully Raven will get sick and that will become a lie.
Oh yeah, I fucking died.
Well, we'll see you guys next time. Oh my god, we've been streaming for almost 4 hours. Holy shit.
Jesus!
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.